Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for stopping by for an afternoon version of SciCast. Today we were actually blessed with a couple trailers. Apparently, it's not just Superman. We have another trailer to watch. I mean, it might be just as good as Superman. It might even be better. There's also Ironheart. The world graced us with many things today, and those things are definitely on equal footing, 100%. I mean, definitely the same quality, definitely the same, you know, next level perfection. I have not seen either of these trailers. I mean, I think I've seen the Ironheart one, but it was like recorded on somebody's phone, and if it's the same one, great. Like, but we'll see what happens with that. But because we will get to those here in a little bit, but let me go ahead and give a shout out to some early people like Rockefeller Plaza, who is waiting in the background. He'll be on here in just a minute. Got Jeff A. What's going on, Jeff? I did send you a link if you want to jump on, and then if you want to, give your takes on the trailers. Then yes. The other thing, I meant to be up for a DA's stream, but I mean, even if I was up, it looks like that shit got taken down because apparently he didn't stop playing it, or whatever. So I'm gonna learn a lesson from that by not playing the whole thing. I'm gonna be playing it in increments, and then if you guys want to watch it on your own, I would probably recommend doing that as well. But we will be talking about it when we're done catching it in like 20-second glimpses, because I don't want it taken down. I don't want to get nuked, or that, which is something we were even talking about last night, which I find very stupid, which is these companies need to ease up on that. I know it's actually more YouTube's thing, like the AI just kind of nukes your stuff regardless. And so it's not really the company's fault necessarily, unless they go out of their way, like Naughty Dog did with Last of Us. Like they went out of their way and like were attacking people. But I don't think most of these companies even really notice, or it's not that they don't care, it's just that it's because it's copyrighted and AI just does its thing. Boom, you're gone. So we will try to avoid that. Let's see here. We got Nestor Penios. What's up, Nestor? How you doing today, dude? Good afternoon to you. We got Bootzilla at Sci-Fax. What's up, Bootzilla? Hey, man, thanks for checking it out. Sci-Fax doing an afternoon stream. Let's go. Well, yes. One reason is because obviously we have a couple trailers to talk about. Also, like even last night, Andy from Hold My DualShock was like, "Dude, you should be doing stuff during the day." I mean, this is probably a little early. I probably should maybe. I don't want to say I should wait a few hours, but this is kind of roughly what time I got up, and then I realized there's a couple trailers to talk about. I realized that I missed DA stream, and then I was talking to a few people, and it's like, hey, just go ahead and throw it out there and let's see what's up. What up, Jeff? Jeff, bro, is unbelievable that you met Batista, bro. He's my favorite wrestler. That's awesome. Dude, Jeff A knows all sorts of. If you work out and if you're into that kind of stuff and like that bodybuilding community, Jeff A's probably met them. It seems like, because that guy's he's 58 and you see what he looks like. That guy's jacked to the nines, man. That guy's he's clearly in that community. If you were to meet him and be like, hey, what do you do? I think that would almost be a stupid question. Like, just like I'm a preschool teacher. Like, bullshit. I don't believe you. Oh man. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring on the first guest with What's up, Rockefeller?
What up, bro?
He's actually not a guest. He's my co-host. What's up, man?
Permanent guest now, huh?
Yeah,
With stationary.
He's just a fixture here. He just
right.
hangs out in the background.
What's up, man? What's going on? They
Not
strike the
too
boy,
much.
huh? They strike DA.
Yeah, well, that was one of the first things I did because I realized like what time it was. You know what I did? Guess what I did? I set an alarm, but guess what I did?
What?
Just take. There's only two guesses, really.
You
It's
got
like
up
so.
and went to the gym and got fit, and we worked out on time. We went home, took a shower, ate properly, took your vitamins.
Okay, I guess there's 3 guesses.
Oh,
that's not what I did at all. I set it for PM, not AM.
that makes sense.
Yeah, as one does, because professional YouTuber here. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see it.
How else
11
do I-
hours ago, his nightcap was the last thing I see.
yeah, I can see his like he did a reaction to the Ironheart trailer. I can see that one, and I was like, oh, did he just blend the two and he didn't mention Superman for some reason? I was
I
like, that
know.
would be stupid.
He said he made an actual Ironheart video that he was going to drop right after
and
this.
he did, yeah.
So
But,
they strike.
his
I watched
stream
his
nuked to oblivion. Like that.
I
shit
watched
got
it earlier,
fucking taken
and I can
out.
tell you why. If it's not WB doing it, Warner Brothers, it's definitely John Williams, the score, because the music's really good. And shout out to Amazon, who I watched Yellow Flash drop the video earlier about 2 hours ago. Amazon copyright striking everybody for that Spider-Man the Warship. I guess it leaked. They weren't planning on putting it out, and it leaked.
So it wasn't just me, because I was like, dude, it's only 30 seconds, but it's not just copyright strike, it's blocking. Like it blocks your whole video.
Worldwide.
It's one thing that I get copyright
claims
stuff
is fine.
Claims,
I played Dear Mama the other night. Copyright claim. That part, you know what? If you have money, Tupac gets it fine. No, they're blocked worldwide. They don't. It was a big leak, and they didn't want people to see it, and so they put it out just to get ahead of the leak. And anybody that's playing it is getting streamed. So I'm like, that's fair.
Where I saw it off YouTube. I pulled it up on YouTube. So I was like, what the fuck?
These companies have to do that when they get these internal leaks and people are like, I'm gonna put it out online. It's like, well, if that's the case, I don't want a shit version. Like you said, you saw the shit version of Ironheart. I don't want my project not looking the way my project is supposed to look. So I want to put it out. That trailer we watched, at a certain time and a way they want to present it, but they can never get to that date because it always leaks fucking 6 months before minimum.
That trailer I thought was like from Amazon. I mean, it brought up all the Amazon stuff, and it looked professional quality. It looked good. It's not like it was a bad looking trailer, but I didn't expect it to take down my 4-hour fucking stream. I was like, wait, I need that back. I was like, let me trim that 30 seconds out so I can get my 4 hours of time back, you bastards. Like, what the hell? Let's see here. We got Rafa Balde. What's up, Bootzilla? So we got Rafa Balde shouting out Bootzilla. And what's up, Rafa Balde? How's everything going out there in Portugal, brother? You got a film goer. Hey, what's going on, man? Ed,
the new name.
I think I've seen you here a few times. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him on other stuff. I think maybe at Film Threat.
Yeah,
I think I've seen him at Film Threat. Yeah,
a local.
Which I'm not just a fan of Film Threat. I'm actually friends with those guys.
I'm also a client.
Yeah,
I'm also
like I might know some people. Oh my god! If you didn't know, I might know some people. By the way, oh my god. And we got the lovely Sherry, who is lovely as ever. How you doing? How you doing this afternoon? Yeah, I keep wanting to say tonight because I'm so used to streaming at night. I'm just like, how you doing tonight? And it's like, wait a minute, it's fucking 12 in the afternoon.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, right on, man. Ironheart looks atrocious. No wonder they want to fart it out quietly and hope nobody notices. Well, I mean,
that's not true. RDJ gave his seal of approval on it. He said it's probably one of the best projects ever done.
Ironheart is the best Ironheart since the last Ironheart. And then you were like, okay, I believe you.
I said it earlier, DA stream. Somebody's like, Rockefeller, for $80 million, I'd say it's the best fucking project ever, too. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, for $80 million, I'd be all of the shill.
I mean, it's probably the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
If all of a sudden my background changes all crazy like, and
stacked up dollar bills,
just
Ironheart's fucking great.
Like, wow, it looks like Syphax came into a lot of money, and you start hearing me talk like, yes, this is the best movie since the last best movie. Like, if I start talking like that, we know what happened. It's like all of a sudden I just put on like $3,000 glasses.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think he's a shill. No, dog. No,
Well,
it's the
the
best shit
funniest
ever.
part about that is like people could watch my stuff as satire after that because they would know. They would absolutely
We should
know.
be
They'd
straight
be like,
shills, just like
they'd be
all
like,
about the
okay,
money. Yo, you should go watch Ironheart, motherfucker. Just not even try to hide it. Just be like
and then
comedic as shit.
just everybody would just know, like, oh, they're lying on purpose. Like, it's whatever they say,
No, man, rush
the
out, man.
exact
If you ain't got that
opposite.
Disney
Yeah,
Plus, go get you a year benefit right now, brother. I'm telling you, Ironheart could be the
yeah.
shit.
Brought
No, believe
to you by Bank of America, and use my code. Like, it's like, wait, what?
Liar.
You fucking liar. See, we got Creative Brian. I think the Ironheart trailer is better than the new Superman trailer. Ooh, we're about to be finding out here.
Wow.
That might be a hot take.
Superman music's good.
I've not seen the Superman trailer, so
You know I'm a softie. I was kind of like, it didn't get me
and
a tear, but if I was by myself, nobody's around.
if the Ironheart trailer is
acting could be a little better.
the same one that I've actually seen behind the scenes or whatever, then that's not a high bar to beat. And if it's worse than that, that's kind of crazy. So, well, we shall see. Now that's a hot take. Yeah, no doubt.
That's a cold take. That's a cold take. Backstage, who is?
We got Jeff A in the backstage. Let's go ahead and, man, I didn't have time to make you a video.
What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just cause she has big titties.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, boys?
What up? Happy Wednesday, bro. What up?
Yeah, finally light.
So I told Sci-Fax we should do a weekly Wednesday stream and call it hang, because he's gallows at the media. We should call it hanging on hump day. He's like, I don't know, that might be offensive. You know what DA called his stream today?
No, it's
hanging.
Oh yeah, no. He was like hang and chill or whatever. No, I have no problem with the hanging part. It's just like something that, you know, like there's always like a pun on words, you know, like Taco Tuesdays, or like when I used to go to there was a bar around here that used to have good deals. It would be Whiskey Wednesdays, and so on Wednesdays they'd have good deals on whiskey. And so we'd go there, and so it's Taco Tuesday, Whiskey Wednesday, like Thirsty Thursdays, and then, you know, Fuck Around Friday or whatever. But it's like stuff like that, and I've always kind of liked that because it's a theme, and then you can just continue it, and it's every week. And so I'm down to do a show kind of almost every day if I wanted to, but it's like I want a name that sets in kind of like, I guess, how like maybe Hold My DualShock is doing. You know, they have their set scheduled now, but I mean they're adding more and more days. It seems like they're just streaming every day, which is great. You know, that's fantastic. But they you know, they kind of have a theme and they have a reason to be doing them, and they have you know, a set thing behind their ideas. And
we can call it like Weirdo Wednesday and have like Rachel Zegler up there, like pictures face of her every time.
Yeah, just fucking weird. Rachel Wednesdays, like it's just a random picture of her for like 2 hours, just like
hanging on Wednesdays. It's Sci-Fax. Weirdo Wednesday.
Fucking weird. Yeah,
I'm a weird.
Fans want Cavill back and not this new super shit.
That,
like I said, I haven't seen the trailer yet. We will be watching it here. I'm letting people either trickle in. We'll wait till about the 30-minute mark, and then we'll go ahead and play the first trailer. So we got about 11
I'm
minutes.
not gonna give spoilers away, but the world building in this is what I've been saying he needed to hit. He does. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a. So without, I'm not getting any spoilers. He's got to appease old heads that have been around Spider-Man for 50 years. He's got to bring in new kids that are going to be watching these DC universes for next 10 years.
Superman?
I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever. He's got to bring in cartoon characters, comic book characters. He's got a world build. He's got to make this movie hit. He's got a lot on his plate. I think it's now to do that, to appease to a wide audience, like I said, is fucking hard.
Well, the thing is like he didn't have to do that. All he needed to do was make a Superman movie. He didn't need to build the whole universe. He could kind of do what Marvel did. And well, he thinks he needs to do that.
Well, Dragon Master said in DA's chat, if this fails, DC's done. Warner Brothers can be
Well,
looking
yeah,
at
DC
fucking
is
pawn
absolutely.
DC. So
That's
he needs to
why.
make this work and have a plan for the future after it. And if you watch
Yeah.
it, you just anticipate, all right, what are we gonna do after this? We know Supergirl's coming, but you can see more in the works. We, if you're behind the scenes like we are, we know the fucking Green Lantern show's coming.
Said, not according to the majority of fans. To which one? To me or to
film goer? He says it's time to move on from Cavill, I think, or he might be talking to me, one or the other.
I don't know. That's just you're making a statement in general. So
film goer said it's time to move on from Cavill, and I think Draconis is saying a lot of people don't want to move on from Cavill because Cavill, in a lot of people's mind, was a goat. But eventually, just like Marvel, when you do one film and you do the second film,
I would say Cavill falls into the same. Cavill falls into the same boat as like Ben Affleck, right? Like as far as that style goes, like Ben Affleck, he looked like freaking Bruce Wayne, like he got all jacked, like, and his Batman wasn't all that bad. It was just the script and stuff and the story that he was having to be in.
I'm convinced that's not Ben Affleck's body in Batman v Superman. First off, he got a crazy back tattoo, right? And we see him. All you see his back, and he's got the fucking chain, and he's pulling.
That's really easy to. That's actually really easy to hide, dude. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Stuff,
well, I mean, but you don't see face. You turn around, and he goes, "Oh," drops it. If you watch that shot, and I'd be like, "Rock, you're right. He's not like Jeff's got the definition, but the dude that's doing it is fucking just big." And I mean a big fucking dude. You just see him
he got jacked over
I'm like.
Dude, when you're making $500,000 or freaking just to shoot a movie, or you're making probably his cut was probably 2 to 5. You get that kind of money, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a personal trainer, I'm gonna get a personal chef, and I'm gonna work out for freaking 7 months, and that's gonna be my life until I get to the movie. And now I got to film the movie for the next 3 months, and you're still on that same regimen.
So, if it's him,
absolutely
kudos, because that dude is bad. You see that back picture, and he's going, just grabbing that fucking chain and pulling it tight, like that's a big dude.
Yeah, he could probably do that. Jeff, how long do you think?
You know what I mean? Like that's a big fucking.
Jeff, how long do you think it would take for somebody like an already probably in shape dude to get that much more in shape?
A lot of
some of these roles.
So if you're like my size, you got to put on 100 pounds. Even for eating the meals,
not your size though. The guy, like he's in shape, like he's like 6'4". Yeah, he's huge. Yeah,
about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
but
like
you have
6
to
months
your app to do it.
6 months,
but I mean, like 6 months, and then with you have a personal trainer and you have a dietitian and somebody who's like cooking all the right foods for you. Like you have a set meal plan, and you just stick to it, and you just. That's literally your life for about 6 months to get up to that role, and then you get to continue on because they'll be on set with you for the next 3 months after that. So like basically you get almost like a full year to get in that kind of shape.
Kumail Nanjiani said he did it for 7 months, but he had a professional trainer, professional chef from Marvel. That motherfucker went from little me to damn. He looked like he was hitting the roids when he was walking in with this fucking gym bag every day. I was like, good God, buddy. But he even said, "This isn't."
Hey, for that kind of money, look, for that kind of money, anybody would do it.
I had a legitimate workout. I'm getting paid to do it. I mean, this is not the average person isn't going to get these in 9 months. I think he said like a total of 9 months.
It takes a phenomenal amount of
a decade. Wasted him. Same with Affleck. Nothing against them. It's the studios and creatives in charge at the time that did them a disservice. They were only doing as they're told. Exactly. Like they were perfect for the roles. Like they looked the part. They got, they bulked up and they looked like the superheroes we wanted them to look like. And then the
Cavill
studios were like, well, here's your fucking story. And then you're like, shit. Like, all right, whatever. I'm already signed up. Let me continue.
He had that look when he turned and looked at the sun and just be like breathe in and shut his eyes. I was like, this motherfucker's got it. Just the way he looks, he's got the
scene
visual.
that extra sold it for me is like when he's fighting against like the gravitational thing and the reforming of Earth or the terraforming of Earth, and so like he's under that spaceship and like his face kind of gets pulled down. He looks exactly like fucking Christopher Reeves, like a spot on. And people actually thought that. I mean, and they might have done it where they or put like a digital thing over his face to make him look like Reeves. But it's like that scene alone, I was just like, holy shit. And that's my favorite Superman movie is the fucking original one from like 1974 or 1970. Is it 74, 78, something like that?
It was 74. I remember. I thought it was
we
were looking last time. It
might be 79.
Yeah.
I
think it was 74. Star Wars 79. I might be getting backwards. It might be 74. You might be right.
Yeah. But still, it's like he looked exactly like that. So your fans are still waiting for Cavill versus Black Adam scene. that's just never gonna happen, and that's because that's
why Shazam 2 failed. First off, we got to put this stupid Rachel Zegler, which isn't a good actress, in, and the next move in the story would be, why are you gonna go right to Superman the Kryptonian? First off, you go to the next thing, the magician, the Shazam wizard that was getting the exact same power as you. Why do we skip over him? Fuck him. Let's
hold on. We got
that's Zachary Levi as a Republican. Right.
This movie will suck, and the Watcher is a cunty shill. All right.
It was the direction. Henry Cavill did a great job. He got screwed by the company. He got screwed by the executives.
Is the Watcher in?
He didn't deserve to go back to fucking DC.
When he gets sold to Sony. Hold on. You're talking about the Watcher from DA streams? That guy who goes in there with the Superman's
that made fun of him earlier because he was saying he has a Superman logo and he was talking about he liked it and everybody's like, you're shilling. He was like, no, I'm not shilling. I'm a Superman fan. He said he's Superman and he said he liked it.
He's been I've seen him in that
and I was in there with it too. I said, you know what, I like it. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever and the acting could be better, but I think it's a good trailer. And I'm going to acknowledge something good when I see it. I'm not going to say if I think something's better good than it is bad, I'm gonna say it's good. If I see bad in it, I don't need to tell you negative. You can see the bad acting. I don't need to tell you that.
Hawk Girl. There's Hawkman and Hawk Girl. Those are like those characters have existed for forever and a day. Like they're
Hawkman
two peas in the pod type of deal. Like it's like you ever seen that movie? Oh my god, what's that Will Smith one where he's like a superhero?
I'm about to say not Hacker. Oh, what the fuck? Oh Jesus, Hancock. I was like
Hancock. Okay, so Hancock, it's like that's kind of basically almost like the Hot Girl and the Hawkman and Hot Girl story. It's kind of like that where it's like they're destined to be together all the time, so they die and reincarnate all the time. Like that just happens over time, and then they end up finding each other. That's the story that they have going on. It's basically the same thing as fucking Hancock, but except for when they get close, they don't lose their powers. They're just they're just destined to be together.
They're also Nth Metal, which is the Wakanda Forever vibranium of DC, if you didn't know. Nth Metal is what they use for their fucking hammers and their armor.
We also got Sergeant Garatina. What's up,
the whole vibranium aspect.
Hope you're doing good, dude.
Sergeant, what up?
Yep, the Watcher is a stubborn one. Yes.
Now, DA said himself, he brought up, there was hitting on me, he said, you know what, he's opinionated, and that's good. We need people to go against and say, because everybody was like, this is good, this is good, this is good, and not one person was saying, excuse me, this is okay. No, you know what you're talking about, it's great. We need people to either, but then again, when everybody's saying it's bad, we need somebody saying, say, this is good. I'll be the first one to tell you, if you don't say that this music is good in this trailer, you're lying. I'll call you out. If you don't think this fucking music is good, you're lying.
I'm sure I'm not going to have any problem with the music other than maybe getting copyright for it. But who gives a shit? As long as my video doesn't get taken down, I have no problem playing it. Yeah. But look, since we're coming up on the 30-minute mark and we got a decent amount of people in here, let's go ahead and watch the trailer. Let's go ahead and bring it up.
Don't even fucking stop. They're gonna hit you anyway. Just play it through. Fuck it.
No, I'm not gonna play the whole. Like I'm gonna play it.
Do it.
I'm gonna play it in 20-second increments. Or like it's one thing to get hit, but I don't want the whole video blocked because then I'm gonna have to just remove it anyways.
He's right, Chad. We can't just have it later. We're gonna have to stop.
Well, even if I were to play it all the way through, it'll get blocked for one. So that'll
stop it at the end of a sentence, not in between sentences, at least.
And then it'll give me the option to trim it out. And then, that's what this whole video is watching this trailer, or like that's the name of the stream. So it's like take away the thing that people were gonna watch, possibly. Like that's stupid. But with that, let's see here. Is it up and going? Cool. Superman trailer. Let's go. So it's a 3 minute and 11 second. Okay, yeah, Yeah, we're gonna be pausing it. So let's go ahead and check this out, and let's go.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
All right, so that's 23 seconds in.
That's perfect. You stopped it at a perfect time. Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you. You're doing so good this YouTube shit. You're not even a YouTuber anymore. You become a fucking
so
YouTuber, bro.
Better.
You're becoming legit. God. It's legitness.
Like they have like a decent chemistry already. Like even his like kind of like, yeah, go ahead. Like just his voice kind of works for this, but it seems like it works because he's talking to Lois here.
So we'll go back and play it again. Superman. The first scene, I didn't even notice. It's like a van pulls up underneath the bridge. It's not this scene they're talking in. I don't know what that van on the bridge. I don't know if it's somebody like pulling up to where they are and eavesdropping in on what they're talking about right now.
They're clearly playing the audio over like just the rest of
but I just noticed that before the first time. But
yeah,
we'll keep playing and talk about it later.
So creative Brian said it has been confirmed that Cavill gave the new Superman 2 thumbs up. I mean, he looks I'm not gonna lie, like he looks
RDJ gave Ironheart 2 thumbs.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, what is that worth? Let's go ahead and play the next 20 seconds.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how.
All right.
That's a good. I'm glad you said that because a lot of people are gonna probably say. So some of the shots of the suits look kind of cheesy. The suits we had on Twitter, they'll show you this side by side shots of the Snyderverse.
I still think the suit isn't all that great.
It isn't.
And because like it's the first movie, maybe they can justify it
continue to get better.
We can get a better. Maybe he'll get a better suit by the end of the movie, type of deal. We'll see. Like this could just be the first one that he makes at his mom's house, type of deal.
I like the onions on the outside. Any kid that grows up to be that wants to live in his mom's house, he definitely wears onions on the outside. They'd be white though; they wouldn't be red.
Is that the Hydra dude on the left? That's Frank Grillo.
That's senior. What's his
So he's
Rick Flag Senior.
Yeah, Rick Flag Senior.
In Suicide Squad, when Peacemaker kills fucking the one dude, Rick Flag, that's his dad. The dude that Peacemaker kills in Suicide Squad. Spoiler alert. He kills somebody at the end of it, and that's his dad walking up to the left. So he works for Lex Luthor. The person on the right is Ultraman, which we are assuming it also is like a Lex Luthor's muscle. We don't know. And then the chick on the right, I don't know her fucking name yet.
So Zion says Zack Snyder Justice League is my favorite movie of all time. This dude David's voice sounds so weird. Like what the fuck? I will say, like when he's talking to Lois, like it just sounds like he's talking normal. I wouldn't be surprised when he talks as Superman that he has maybe a stronger voice behind him, but it sounds like he's just kind of talking to Lois at the moment. Yeah. So that's his Clark Kent.
He's not angry,
that's his comfortable voice, like, hey, I'm just chilling. I don't need to sound authoritative and sound upright and uplifting. He doesn't need to do all that. He's like, Lois, cool. What's going on, man? Like he's just chill. That's what it sounds like to me so far. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some other scenes here in just a second. But let's go ahead and play the next 20 seconds or so. What the hell? Freaking hair. All right, let's go 20 seconds.
How you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me and doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
I don't know if that was Ultraman in the fucking crazy big fucking robot costume that was
that's
pushing
supposed
him.
to be Ultraman, yeah. But
I mean, is that what I said?
I know
Okay,
he seems like way more emotional than I've ever seen Superman being. Like usually Superman is always calm and collected. Like even when he is like upset. It's like I've always loved that scene where he's like he stands up against I believe it's like Apocalypse or whatever. No, is it No, not Apocalypse. What's the Justice League one?
Doomsday? You talking about Batman, or are you talking about
No. It's
Steppenwolf?
No,
What movie
why
you talking
am I? I'm trying. It's from the cartoon. Like he walks up, he's like, "I live in a cardboard world," and he's like, "I have to watch what I do." He's like, "But with you," he's like, "I can let it all go," and he just starts rocking. he just fucking just lights the dude up, and I was like, "God damn, holy shit! I've never seen Superman." And like that's the most like angry I think I've seen like Superman kind of get.
Look at this. This Dracona says Superman entered a country illegally. He's taken into a deportation trial. I like where they're kind of going with that, though. People are going to joke on this, Draconis, and say this, but I kind of like where they were going with that when he said, "Look, you entered another country," and she started to say on behalf of, because everybody, everybody was saying before he came out, Superman's American. He's fucking American. So when he goes to another country and does something, even though he's trying to be humane and on humanity's side, they're not thinking that. They're like, this fucking American fucking superheroes came over here and fucking blew up all these tanks. He's not American. Well, that's what they think. You know what I mean? You're from America. You're from fucking Kansas, right? Why would you be American? So it puts him at a conflict. He's like, I kind of like that. It's the acting isn't 100. I'll give you that.
I mean,
compared to Zack Snyder's
we're getting it in like obviously clips here and stuff. I would say like so far I would say the Man of Steel trailer. I mean, Man of Steel trailer is freaking phenomenal. Like that's
our problem is we're
well, that's the last thing we have to compare it to.
Exactly.
I mean,
but
that
this is different.
CW. I'd say this beats CW stuff by like
the world building in this.
But Superman, like this trailer needs to be 100%. I mean, we're barely like 1/3 of the way through it. So let's go ahead and watch like 20 more seconds. But a film goer says, "I love all the camera angles too. Very well done, and actually done much better than most comic book movies these days." Yeah, so far, like I'm liking it. I like how it's all lit up. Like you can actually see what the hell's going on.
You gotta go
like,
watch this.
That's part I kind of like. I like dark and gritty. I mean, I'm a horror movie fan. You get kind of used to that. So when you're seeing everything kind of like bright and like in your face, it's nice to be able to see all the details and be able to actually see all the details.
Shout out to all the gamers coming up when he goes
like that.
Hey,
is great.
Eyes up. I was like, that's rock. I just did that. That's my short.
Let's go ahead for another 20 seconds. Whatever he's fighting with, kicking his ass.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
That's a badass shot right there.
That's a good shot.
That needs some help.
Hey,
your choices, your actions.
All right.
So the first thing I'm going to say is, everybody, I said it in DA's stream. You see when she walks in, her hands turn to fucking blades? They should have went some kind of practical effect and then add CGI, because that looks like shit. I know it's going to be fixed in post, but this is your trailer. This is post. This is it. You know what I mean?
I did like that shot. He's like, "Hey, buddy, look up here," and he just and he just takes off instantly, and then the camera follows him like instantly. It was like
that's a good shot, man. So I mean,
it's a pretty cool shot. Yeah.
So again, when you hear about episode 3 Andor, all we hear is he tried to grate me. Let me hear about the good shit y'all like too. Tell me the shit you like. I hate it. I can paint it out just as fast. Tell me what you really like about
that shot. I could say with that last 20 seconds we watched, I like that shot a lot, but when that chick's blade or hands turn to blades, that didn't look great. And I was
So
like,
imagine some kid.
That's a kind of weird, dumb power. Like,
imagine
I
the
don't know
girl he
if I
just
like that.
saved that was like, oh my God, the buildings are crumbling. Oh my God, I'm about to get fucking killed. Superman comes in and saves her, right? And she's like, oh my God, did I just fucking live through that? Hey, kid, you're all right. Eyes up here. Takes off. You'd be like, what the fuck? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, you can get some chills in the fucking movie. You can be like, that's Superman. Din, 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 din. You're gonna have the fucking music playing. He's not showing a lot of this stuff. But when I'm telling you that, you're like, it does look like that part, Rock. Yeah, when you start putting it together, he's showing you and apparently this is only the first third of the movie. You know,
this is probably this will probably be like the first. If they're smart, this is probably only the first third. Like all the stuff we're watching will be the first like 45 minutes. If it's going to be,
go back to fucking Suicide Squad. The last time fucking part of the movie, the third act of Suicide Squad trailer, we didn't see any of that in the movie. In the trailer, I mean, in the last act of it,
which is, I mean, that's what they did with like the Batman stuff and everything too. Like a lot of that, wasn't shown originally. There's probably new trailers and stuff that are out there. But let's go ahead and continue on for another. Yeah, this is the picture that was originally posted where he's putting on his boots and there's an alien in the background. So apparently that's actually happening.
It looks better.
But, we don't know what that is. This might actually be the very beginning of the movie. I'm assuming this part is probably actually the beginning of the movie because
this is probably where he's talking to her right now and telling her about Superman. Like before they,
that might be the whole beginning of the movie where it's just like, oh yeah, and then and there's an alien doing shit in the background. He's like, ah shit, let me put my boots on. Let me get out there and do this.
That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
Oz. The worst acting I've seen so far. So a couple of things right there. We saw Metamorpho when we go back and watched it.
You see him. He's sitting down.
He's sitting like in the cage in the back. Look at the like glass squares that Superman's in. The robot's coming in. He's off to the right. Another glass square. Looking at him like I told you, motherfucker. I don't fuck with him. They gonna fuck you up.
This is look. So Film Goer says, "Damn, Superman getting abused constantly." Yeah. this might just be the beginning of the movie where it's like, okay, so yeah, it looks like Superman's getting his ass whipped, and it's like, I understand not liking that, but at the same time, there's only so many ways you can ground Superman into making him like
Ben. Isn't his name Ben
acceptable?
Holt? Ben Holt?
No, it's Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. He's got like some little
he could do well as like Lex Luthor. We'll see. I mean,
2 or 3 of these in there to make me question. Like I didn't watch Mad Max Fury Road, but everyone's like, he was great in Mad Max Fury Road.
Pooped in the house. Yeah.
What was that? Let me extra screen so I can see that one.
With the way Kal-El is depicted in this, I actually want him to lose. I don't. That's the thing. I don't think he's going like it. I mean, look. As much as like I've not liked the marketing for the Superman stuff for the last 6 or 7 months. The marketing that's been going on behind it has been pretty fucking dreadful. Like this trailer is actually not all that bad. Like I don't mind seeing Superman kind of getting his ass kicked. It gives you the illusion that there's actually like a massive threat, but I mean it's Superman. You have to have a reason. Like if Superman's just there just doing what Superman to be, which is like, oh, I'm just fucking invincible and everything doesn't hurt me, it's like that's how fun is that to watch for 2 hours? I mean, there has to be a threat. Like this trailer so far has been showing that there's actually a lot of threats to Superman, and he's gonna be having to maybe unleash his full power later instead of just being like, okay, shit, I can't.
How dare you?
Like I need to be able to use my full power to probably start rocking some of these dudes. I mean, there's still another 30, maybe 40 seconds, so maybe 2 more pauses.
How dare you?
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with the.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
So I saw super shit. You see super shit when he so like it was like they showed like him flying into Kaiju's mouth. Then you saw like Green Lantern doing some of this shit like that, like go like this. And then right after that, you see some like journalists and like a yellow suit.
It's the chick doing.
You see him flying by. She's like right there. Like oh my god, you see that? She starts like typing. It's like that. I guarantee that's hashtag super shit. Here's a super shit motherfucker right here. It's a white woman. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Karen.
So there's only about another 20 seconds left. Let's go ahead. And I'm trying to pause in between the score. Like, even though I do really like the music, but that's what's going to get it taken.
That's
the music.
I told it.
You have a dog?
July 11th.
You're fucking going, bro. I'm about to say keep right there. We see all the names on it, but yeah, fucking dude, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. If you ask me if I'm excited for this movie, I am. Am I excited for Fantastic Four?
I'm excited for the movie. I don't know if that trailer made me any more or less excited. Like, I guess I'm a little more interested than before, but it's not
better
like.
Question. How are you excited? Are you gonna go see this movie in the theater?
Okay, look, I'm not the right guy to ask. Okay, because I go and see every. I go and see every fucking movie. Like, so I'm the wrong person. It's like. I pretty much see everything just because I have the movie pass thing, and and if you guys have access to something like that and you're a movie going person, and I'm gonna shill this out there, but I don't get paid through this. But it's like if you have a theater around you and there's like a movie pass that they have, it's way worth it. Like, because mine is only $25 a month, and I can see 3 movies a week, so that's 12 movies a month. Good. For $25.
That's crazy.
That alone is absolutely worth it. So all I need to do is see 2 movies and it already pays for itself. I see at least like 1 to 2 movies every week. Regardless.
I might look into that because we're gonna start doing this, and you keep telling me movies. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Way cheaper, dude. It makes it way cheaper. Like, on gas, mine is AMC, and there's literally within 30 minutes of me, there's like freaking 12 AMCs around me within 30 minutes. It's crazy. Hold on, let me go ahead. It's a good trailer, not mind-blowing, but enough to interest fans and general audiences. Yeah, and but I mean, if you were if you watch like DA and whatever, and when we were online, when we were talking about it, like the trailer needed to like knock it out of the park. I think the trailer's fine. Like I think it'll definitely garner some goodwill towards it. And I can already see, like, based on the way that Superman's kind of getting handled, like even some people are saying like, oh, he's just getting his ass kicked the whole trailer. I can see why that's going to be a turnoff to some people. But you know what? Even those people that are saying like, oh yeah, that looks dumb. I don't like that. You know what? They're going to be the first people in line to go fucking watch it. Like,
people that love that Henry Cavill body and Man of Steel and come out looking like Jeff when he walks out of the fucking water that first time, you see his fucking arms like this. He's like, he grabs that thing.
Negarus Snape, aka 12 Years of Snape, says this trailer.
Like, is it? He doesn't look very.
He's like, this trailer is key jangling for normies. That's what Negarus Snape says.
12 Years of Snape. Come on, man, stop changing your damn.
A One Punch Man Tolkien fan, congrats on 200 subs. Yes, I'm actually at 200, and it's actually hopefully staying there. And hopefully, even like a video like this maybe garners me a couple new ones. If anybody's not, subscribed, go ahead and hit that. Just hit the subscribe, man. Just check it out, dude. We do live streams, usually kind of more late at night, but I'm going to try and do some during the day, like stuff like this, especially if stuff drops and there's something to talk about. Absolutely.
We're YouTubers. We're trying to be YouTubers to help the brother out.
We're new to this stuff, man. I'm trying to hit 500, and that way I can get monetized, and that way I can get all sorts of fun little things that you get to do in the background, like what are some of the cool, or like what are the ones called?
Members only streams.
Like, so you can do the member streams. You can also do emojis. I can get different color, or like different subs, or like you get to. Even if you subscribe, your name will turn green or whatever, so you'll get highlighted quicker.
You got all these like
emojis. That's the one I was looking for. Emojis. Yeah,
my channel,
like I can make little things.
Rule of 3. Like every time somebody talks to you, rule of 3. They got 3 sets of dialogue. Don't forget to do 3 sets of dialogue. 1 in the pink, 2 in the stink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there you
go. I
go.
want my emoji to be like, bam.
Did you say one of the pink, two in the stink?
You never know, man.
Jesus
Hey, don't judge
Christ.
me.
That's awful. Hey Jeff, what did you think about that trailer, dude?
I thought there was more good than bad. I know DA dogged on it, but the score is a 10 out of 10. So, I'll fight you on that. The actor is miscast. He doesn't have the muscles. He doesn't have Cavill's built. The acting was good. I like Lex Luthor. I'm used to seeing such shite from Hollywood. The fact that I couldn't obliterate this, aka Ironheart, is positive. I'm not seeing a lot wrong with this trailer. Was it a home run? Absolutely not. It was a bunt to first base, but it wasn't bad in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say it's like a you definitely got to first base. Maybe if you're lucky, you're able to steal second. Like,
I think that was a great take right there, Jeff. You said I think you said it good. I wish I was recording that because we could use that for.
we are literally recording it right now.
You're recording?
No, I mean, that's how live streams work. I can clip it out. I can clip it out later. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't because when I tried to do it earlier, I recorded some stuff for us and make some shorts. But I was like, wait a minute, my voice isn't up.
I gotta tell you how to. I gotta show you how to use OBS, man.
Yeah, show me how to use
OBS is very, very convenient with stuff like that.
I don't want to be a noob anymore.
One other controversial thing, I don't mind Superman getting his ass kicked. I think it gives the movie gravitas. You can't just be a male Mary Sue and just plow through all your enemies. You got to real world combat. You got to get knocked down and hurt. So I appreciate that.
In Injustice, the video games, again, look to the gamers for the best stories. And we've gotten the best stories. Injustice, where they were going with the Snyderverse, the best one. And when Injustice 1, it's about Superman.
Still listening? I'll be right back.
Something happens to Lois Lane by the Joker. He decides to act on that. Basically, it's what happens if Superman decides to go bad. The nightmare sequence we had in Zack Snyder's shit. Remember, like with Batman? But Batman actually beats him and stops him. Injustice 2 is Superman sidelined, just like Jeff said. Because Wayne technology, red kryptonite, is making the red sun is weakening him. Batman found the world's smartest detective found a way to stop the strongest fucking alien Kryptonian in the galaxy, right? So he's sidelined. But this is going like any story. Just because he's locked up doesn't mean he doesn't get out. When he does, all you're hearing about is the Kryptonian. And you show all these badass motherfuckers, it's like, well, he ain't shit versus the Kryptonian. He's not. We know what the Kryptonian can do. And you see Black Adam. He's already killed fucking Shazam. He can do magic, super strong, fast. That motherfucker, if he sees fucking the Kryptonian, down on his knees and bow down, praise. Everybody's like, you're crazy. He knows what time it is. He don't want Superman just grab his ass.
You don't want them hands, but
you don't want them hands.
The thing is, that's the thing
that it being there, it builds up
the few weaknesses that Superman's like kind of always had, which is obviously kryptonite. If he's not around a yellow sun, then his powers are kind of shot. And then magic, like magic users can actually fuck with Superman. He can kind of power through it, but
that's why in Injustice, he beats Black Adam, kind of gets over him the first time, but then he learns to take the power to heal faster, and he's the Kryptonian. That's this right now.
We got Vorpal Snack in the chat. It says solid 6.5 trailer. I would say it's about a 7, but 6.5 is that's still good. I'd say it's a.
So he's got character building to go
overall. 7.
I see the
overall.
humanity of it.
I liked it.
I liked when I heard his dad
I did like it. Yeah,
you can hear his dad, talking to him as a
kid. I don't know the way he kind of like reaches over and like.
Because listen, if you go back and watch it a second time, before it gets to that part, you hear somebody talking. It's his dad talking to him, but it's not that part he's talking to him. It sounds like it's like when he was growing up, and then like it stops right when he gets to that part. And he puts his hand like his dad's telling him like I'm dying or I'm sick or something. And he's like. He kind of like tries to stay strong when he does it, but it kind of gets to him when he leans in, like, and his dad can't see his face anymore. He starts kind of breaking. You know what I mean? It's subtle nuances. I'm going to say that
Hawkman is dead. That is Hawkgirl, I think. Well, I mean, Hawkman and Hawkgirl, like they kind of always like they die and they reincarnate, so that kind of doesn't matter. Like, so even if they were to die, they just reincarnate and then they find each other again. So maybe Hawkman might be dead here, but then maybe he comes back eventually. You know, that's kind of their story.
Purple said solid 6.5 trailer. I'm fine with that. Somebody else was saying like when DA did it earlier, I think the poll was like 25% 9 out of 10, 25% 7 out of 10, 25%. I mean, 7. If you gave like 1 to 10, 25% 9 to 10, 25% 7 to 8, 25% 4 to 6, 25% 1 to 3. It was like completely split across the board.
The trailer is very, very divided.
Very divided.
I can definitely like even just by that reaction and even some of the reaction here in the chat. And even
Quinn's
like our reactions here on the panel here, I can tell that I guarantee I know what videos and stuff and people are going to be talking about. Like
Quentin Edwards, a
solid
liar.
1.25.
Tell him he's a fucking liar.
7 out of 100. Hey man, hey, thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to stick around for Iron Fart? Like,
you watch Iron Fart, man.
I'm not drinking this early.
Okay. Yeah, no. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Jeff. You have a good one.
All right, peace, boys.
Take it easy, bro.
Later. So that was Jeff A. You've probably seen him in the chat. The dude is fucking jacked to the nines. That guy's fucking. That guy's awesome.
But was it anti-American? That comic book was roasted in the past. That's what Varpal. Vorpal. I always say Varp with an A. Vorpal. That's what I was saying earlier. I kind of like the fact that. Remember,
Psycher hey yo, 200 subs. What's up, Psycher? What's up, Alex? Hey, if you want to link to the stream, dude, if you got time, I'll send you the
Come
link.
On, Psycher. Jump on. Yeah, to everybody who's watching me, Psycher and Varpal earlier. My damn power went out when I was streaming earlier. You're probably like, got up. I'm fucking yelling at Quentin. Like Quentin,
you still going through that storm?
Yeah, well, I think they shut my power off to fix some other people's power because it was off for like 10 minutes, perfect, and then went right back on. I was like. So somebody's shit must have blown. They turned it off to pull the fuse in the neighborhood to fix something and popped it back on. So, but yeah, man. So hey,
we got Cash Kid. Man of Steel was slow building, almost poetic. The action sequences are all in the last 30 seconds.
No, I wouldn't agree with that. Man of Steel.
I think he's talking about the trailer.
Oh, you're talking about the trailer.
The trailer. I think he's talking about the trailer. I mean, obviously, the movie has like massive action scenes and stuff.
It has to do with a lot of flashbacks. It has like 15 minutes, like where he goes to the bar, and he fucking hits him with that. You know, I was just saying that's the Man of Steel is slow building. Also,
but it is anti-American. That comic book is roasted in the past. I don't think this was very anti-American. This just seemed like it seemed like a goulash of like different kind of Superman things going on, like, and he's already established as Superman, like obviously, and then he's just, I don't know, dealing with a bunch of threats all at once, and we'll see how he deals with it in the movie. And I think people are when they think about a new Superman, they think about kind of the same way that like any superhero is revised or whatever. You kind of see the origin again, and there's also a lot of complaints about seeing origin stories. So maybe James Gunn is just like, let's go ahead and just fucking sideline the origin. Everybody already knows who the hell Superman is. Let's put him into the fucking let's put him into the shit. Like, let's put him out there and be like, hey, let's see what Superman can really do against all these threats.
I like how Man of Steel did it, where it was basically
you don't. Everybody already you kind of just grow up and know
into a certain area, parts of his life.
It's in the natural zeitgeist.
Kids might not know this.
Superman is.
My nephew, again, I got one that's in 8th grade and one is in 2nd, and I tell him about Superman today. He doesn't know who Superman is. What cartoon is he going to watch on Disney Plus to know what Superman is? He doesn't know. If we had HBO Max, there's no Superman cartoon. My nephews don't know this shit. So you got to think about them too. The most they know from DC, Teen Titans Go. So that's what I'm talking about, world building. For us, we know Superman. Think about the kids that are going to be buying this shit up for the next decade that don't know about this. You got
to but if the first thing that it's thrown into is like, hey, look, we get to see a guy kind of thrown into the world of like whatever universe James Gunn is already building, and it's like, sure, he can get knocked down, but he's obviously he's Superman, he's gonna win, so it's like you get to watch this guy. It could be actually a good story for kids to learn, where it's like, look, dude, the world is literally going to kick the shit out of you, and if you're Superman about it, you can come back and fight it all. That could be a good lesson.
I kind of like the lesson for them too. Like, if you're an American and you go beat up somebody in a foreign world, it doesn't matter if you're like, well, they're doing the wrong thing. You're probably gonna be like, well, that American just beat your fucking ass. You know what?
Uncle T is gonna give the Superman trailer a 0 out of 10. Oh, dude. Oh man, I should message T and see if he wants to come on here.
Yeah, T is definitely flamboyant and dramatic, but I don't think he's gonna give it a 0.
I wouldn't go with the word flamboyant.
I'm sorry. That one. Right. I think he might be over the top sometimes, but I don't think he'd go out of the way to say 0. I think
I could see him giving it like I could see him giving it a 4.
He'll say the music was good. I guarantee he says the music. He'll be like, dude, the music was fire, bro. That's no question. He'll be like, I ain't worried about the music. That's John.
He's actually probably working. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think he'll get off for a minute, right? So it's still early on my side. It just hit 4.
About it. I can't wait to hear his take. Oh man, since it's Wednesday, we won't hear it until Thursday unless DA does like a random one on Wednesday night for some reason.
I kind of liked Lois Lane chick when I was watching her do the little reporting right there.
She looks great. She's
not a bad actress. She's easy on the eyes, and she's not too attractive to where you're like, oh wow, you can lose yourself in a
you understand like how like basically a country dude or like a country kid from freaking Kansas would be.
If that's who he grew up with, he was attracted to that.
That's the hottest chick I've ever seen right there. There you go.
Jenny was a but you know what? She was my Jenny.
There's my Jenny right there. I'll tell you what.
Before she ain't really that hot.
She looks like a reporter. She does. There you go. That's a great take from Cash Kid even. She looks like a reporter.
They nailed that.
Integrity 101. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Or if I have, it's been a while. This film should have been released under DC for Kids label. Seriously.
You know what? I'm not, and again, I'm fine with that integrity. We were just saying it needs to go to not really for kids, but ability for kids to watch it. If you watch some like the early Star Wars, they were meant for teenagers, more going on young adults, but kids could watch them. That's what you got to keep in mind, because nowadays a lot of kids are going to be watching these. You don't want something that's making it kid friendly is fine. For kids, that's not what you want to do. You want something to be timeless, and being for kids, Hook is fucking timeless. I love Bangarang, but this isn't Superman. Superman needs to be at least teenage, going on young adult, if not, adultish, but it needs to be still for kids. So, I understand that. This dude's got a hard job, and if you get a 7 out of 10 trailer, which is what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking it's like I understand the 6.5. I would go with a set, like it's a 7 out of 10. I think the trailer needed to be a 9 to a 10 out of 10. I think that's what it needed to maybe push it a little bit further. But I'm gonna go with. I don't think I can do polls until I get monetized. Like,
can I do it on YouTube somehow though? Can I do it on YouTube?
Well, that's what I mean through YouTube. I don't think I'm able to.
Is that why I can't do it? Okay.
Yeah, once you get monetized and your channel.
We'll do like this. Thumbs up in the chat if you're gonna go see this movie. If you're
hello, Cyfax mate. What's up, Ames S? How you doing today, man?
I'll be right back, brother.
Ames S just got up. Yeah, Jeff A just left, so you don't get to see that hulking monstrosity of human perfection. Dude's 58 and he looks like a freaking Adonis. Good job, Jeff. Keep it up, dude. Keep it up. Was the Superman trailer any good? I'm going with. I think I'm going to stick around a 7 out of 10. I'm going to have to watch we were watching it in like 20-second increments because I've been seeing people just getting their whole channel taken down, like whatever stream they did, it would take it down, and it's probably because of the music. So people were playing the whole thing all at once, which is probably the proper way to see it. So I'll be watching it later on my own, and I'll be able to judge it a little bit better after that. I mean, just watching in the 20-second increments and everything, I would go with like a 7 out of 10. But I got to watch the whole thing without it stopping and like really kind of try to piece it together. Because I mean, thank you guys for even watching through the way that I had to watch it, or the way that we were watching it, because like I said, I've been seeing people's stuff. You're not even getting copyright hit, you're getting blocked, so your whole thing is taken down. So it's like if I'm doing a 1 to 2 hour stream, gone, just absolutely gone. And I'm like, I can't be doing that. I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but the problem is when you do that, it'll give you this option to trim that out of your video. And it's like, if my video or my stream is talking about this thing and you want me to cut the whole thing, it kind of defeats the purpose of the rest of the video. Nobody's going to watch that. So I would recommend, if you want to watch the trailer, watch it in one shot. Do it on your own. That way, obviously, you're not going to get hit for it because it's going to be on YouTube anyways, which I find ironic. It's like cool I'm watching, I'm on YouTube watching a thing through YouTube, and then YouTube tells me no. Like, like what the hell? I'm promoting your own thing. I'm promoting your own thing. What the fuck?
Still being a young channel. If it gets too bad, we're doing it for right now. Everybody that is watching. If for somebody to hit it, you can just delete it. If they don't delete it already, you know what I mean. But you don't want a copyright strike. Copyright claims, fucking give it to them. Who cares? But right now, this is watching all this shit is for everybody in the chat.
As long as they don't just claims I don't care about,
channel, and then
claims I don't care about. I mean, it lowers the visibility to a certain point, but by the time, I mean, the people that watch my channel in general, like, they've already watched it because they were here watching it when it happened. There's a few people who watch afterwards or whatever, and that's great. By all means, watch all my stuff as many times as you want. Go ahead and get those views up. Like I love you for it.
We do it for the chat, the best chat.
Dude, no, that's
stupid idiot room full of jerks.
Why are you insulting the chat? What are you doing? That's the one thing I don't do.
Why would you call him that?
That's like the main thing I don't do.
I like to call him a stupid idiot room full of jerks.
The only reason they're idiots because they're not watching enough of my stuff, man. I'm like obviously the best entertainer on here.
The Matrix.
Do you guys ever do open panels? I literally do open panels every freaking time I stream.
Every time, actually,
bro. Okay. Actually, I actually didn't actually say it this time, which is weird. But if you want to jump onto the panel, even right now, you just have to follow me on X at Gallows the Media. Hit me up. I'm Gallows Media, Cyfax, and I'll shoot you the link, man. You can jump on. All you need is a decent mic. That's it. No, I know. I'm this isn't me. I'm not. I'm not yelling. I'm just like,
a new channel,
actually,
bro.
all you did was remind me of something that I normally do. I normally do it literally all the time.
Yeah, so we're normally night streamers. This is first daytime stream. We normally stream in after hours, like either really early on the East Coast,
12 at night,
like on the West Coast.
So be 3 o'clock on the.
I thought Jeff said, I ain't drinking. I'm jumping off, fellas. I was like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm on the East Coast, man. It's 4.
Oh, Integrity came from Hold My DualShock. Right on, man. Yeah, that's where I've seen you. Like you've probably seen me on Hold My DualShock. Obviously, like I'm good friends with Andy and Katie. They're awesome. Andy comes on here all the time as well. Like I said, I mainly do kind of late night streams. I'm going to start trying to do some daytime streams because it's kind of working out. People are actually showing up. Obviously, this is a good topic because it's brand new and people are interested in stuff like that. Sorry, I was reading something. Hold on. Integrity, it's fine, mate. As long as you don't have your cock out, you should be okay. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I ask.
That's not true. Just turn your camera off so we don't get caught. We won't get striked for pornography.
Yeah, I mean, from here down, like this shirt isn't even a full shirt. I mean, it barely covers my nipples now. But
just don't.
But like, hey, the only thing I ask, like, if your mic isn't all that good, just make sure to mute it. Just make sure to mute it in between your takes, like whatever you're going to talk about. Like, if you got like freaking airplane noises and shit behind you, you know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing that you don't even have to be on camera. You just you can come in here, but if you're like I'm gonna ask you to mute. Yeah,
number 5. Number 5, please.
Yeah.
You ever go to Wendy's? That's how it sounds every time.
How long you guys going for? Yeah.
The Wendy's drive.
Oh my god, I did not need that mental image. What the like? Look! I'll stand. I got a full shirt. It's fine.
Nice, bro. That's a cool shirt. Where'd you get it from, man?
It's a Geeks and Gamers shirt, dude.
You got raccoon eyes on your shirt, man. What are them raccoon eyes for?
This is G&G. It's just backwards. So
you're a geek.
I'm a geek and a gamer. It's fucking weird, dude. It's weird.
It's fucking weird.
Oh man. Purple snack. No.
Yeah, it's got rainbow mode. Yeah, Draconis got rainbow mode. It'll start changing. Look.
Integrity was saying, how long are you guys going for? Look, there's actually another trailer I wanted to cover, and I mean, it might be even better than the Superman one. I'm wondering if I can actually play this one fully through, just so we can get through it, which is a fucking Ironheart. This one also came out today because, of course, you gotta. I mean, Marvel and DC have to balance themselves out. I mean, if you're gonna drop something as big and epic as Superman, you need to counter it with something just as good, like, Ironheart. They go hand in hand, clearly.
I heard they're dropping a pretty good trailer. It's going to be a 7 out of 10. And everybody's going to plan on seeing it this summer. How should we counter? Get Ironheart off the shelf.
What are they doing?
We got this. Call up RDJ. Tell him to give us a thumbs up. Good.
Iron lung, more like it. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be just barely breathing. Like it's just like
Platinum trophy unlocked.
This thing, I think of this movie or this TV show has been done for like ever.
Like 40 fucking years. It was the pandemic. They finished this shit. It was finished during the fucking pandemic. This was the Biden administration in the beginning.
Dude, we're gonna see this chick in this, and she's gonna be 4 years younger, and then you're gonna see her walking whatever carpets or whatever. They're gonna be lighting her up for a minute and be like, "Bitch, you're like 30 now. What happened?" Jesus Christ. Filmgoer says they have so much faith in this. They filmed it 3 years ago and kept it shelved up until now. Yeah, so much, all the faith. That so much faith they had to blow the dust off the faith.
It's like Spider-Man Beyond and Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse Part 3. That bitch has been in production for 4 years. They ready to put it out day one because they know it's a fucking.
Integrity 101 says, will you both be seeing Superman in theaters? I will. I'll absolutely be seeing it in theaters.
We'll be seeing it day one if long-term schedules.
Like I was saying earlier,
we'll be doing
like for me, like I'm out in I'm in fucking California out here, but I have the movie pass. It's an AMC movie pass. It's only $25 a month, and I get to see 3 movies a week. So for me, it's not a big deal. Like I'm gonna see all. Like I see all the movies. I try to do reviews on those in general, and yeah. So I'm absolutely seeing it. That'll be a day one for sure. And I hope we
have somebody in the chat that was in the actual trailer. Stick Cannon, what's it say? Hello there. I was one of the Bavarian soldiers charging forward in the scene around the 40-second mark in the trailer. It was a tough but fun couple of days. James Gunn was funny and very nice on set. Shout out to Stick Cannon in the chat.
Awesome. Hey, what's up, Stick Canning? That's fucking amazing, dude. Hey, thanks for checking it out. All right,
let's go back and look at it real quick. We'll give him a shout out while they're here because you know what I mean. You still got to post it up.
Let's
40-second mark instead of Bavarian soldier. That must be. Hey, that's probably when Ultraman and remember when I said that's Ultraman on the side. I don't know the chick's name yet with the black hair chick. They had like 4 soldiers standing around. It's probably that scene. Is what that was around the 40-second mark, I think.
Well, you said around the 40-second mark. Let's see here. Let's go to about 37.
That's cool you say that because a lot of people do say that. James Gunn wasn't only funny, very nice on set. And that's why he continues to get work because in the end of the day, you got to remember.
I've never actually heard bad things about him on the set.
For the future, you have to produce. You got to bring all these people together and you got to make them want to come back and believe in your project. To do that, you got to be fucking person.
He says it's a mix of real and CG soldiers attacking the refugees. Yeah, they usually use it's just movie magic type of stuff where it's like they'll get like 4 to 5 people, but then all of a sudden it looks like 40. Let's just be like,
I hate that. More practical effects, please.
Well, more practical, yes, but I'm just like, I understand, like it's.
So I've been watching Andor, and I was so impressed with like the practical
maybe getting
effects.
40 people to do something at the same time is kind of a pain in the ass, you know.
This episode 10 I just watched, the first like 3 that they dropped for the finale Andor. I'm like, oh, there's that fucking background thing I was telling you about. Now they're on the set and they got the fucking TV. I was like, there it is. And there's the aging technology they have to use every fucking Star Wars thing. The de-aging technology.
So here we go. So this is this is 38 seconds. We're probably about to hit the mark.
My actions. I stopped a war.
Right there. A lot of them. So go back.
So you're. I mean, it's only showing like 2 seconds in that clip, but he's one of those people in that clip.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole. Where is it filmed at? Was that filmed in California? If you mind me asking, I'm assuming right on this. It's the sand right there. So that's probably California, right?
So there we go. So you're one of these people in this massive scene
here. And let's see if we can pick out Waldo. Where's Waldo?
And then Guy Gardner swatting.
I'm assuming you're on the right side. You're one of the.
Well, no, he's gonna be on the left side. He said he's one of the soldiers hacking.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's one of the people that. So he's one of these people here. You know, there's a bunch of people there. So
that's awesome. How many? So
right on,
how
man.
many? Yeah, that's fucking awesome, bro. Look at.
Hey, would you like to jump on and talk about it? That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, come on, go talk on.
If you're able to, if you're not under some type of NDA or something.
Yeah, don't talk about anything spoilers get you in trouble. Just talk about your experience on the film, and you know how James Gunn is cool as shit, and you know, and like you just said, and if you anything you think you're able to talk about. Who were we talking to the other day? And I was like, look, don't bring up any of that. I think it was Jeff Cuxack. I was like, we ain't got to talk about all that crazy shit, but you just like general, you know, if you want to, you know what I mean? If you don't, if you're just cool to saying and just hanging in the chat, that's awesome too, you know? But that's a big scene.
Joseph Lanham is driving the tank. Yes. Of course you are.
I'm your gunner. I'm your gunner,
I believe Stick Canning because he's like, hey, man, like when you're just like I don't want to say it. I'm assuming like just an extra, right? You're probably like soldier number 3 or something on the call sheet. But when you're in a big movie like this, you're gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna go and tell fucking everybody. Like, dude, I'm in the next Superman movie. Fuck yeah.
Especially in the days of YouTube, where you know what I mean? Like, you see all these fucking Craigslist and Facebooks and YouTube. Oh, I need extra actors for one day, $300. It's like, you know what? Next time I see one of those in Greensboro, we used to have a booming fucking film here in Greensboro until the same-sex bathroom thing didn't pass. You know, it was like, no, you can't do that. You gotta get out of here. We're gonna leave Hollywood. Whatever. So, but you know, I do that shit. Something cool like this. Who is it? Moist Critical Penguin Zoe.
Says Guy Gardner is also swatting us at 227.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull that up to 2.
I bet you this is fun as shit for you. Probably, you know, however many long is it? 2, 3, 4 days a week. This is probably fucking fun. A month. This is probably cool as shit. Something that you'll be like the rest of your life. Even if you didn't get paid $1 million, if they gave you $300 the week you worked there, you're probably like, dude, this is fucking fun as shit. And I'll remember this the rest of my life, bro.
I prefer not to say too much.
Exactly, that's fine.
The movie comes out because NDAs. Yeah, exactly. So I understand.
After 7-Eleven,
but hey, man, if after the movie comes out, if you want to jump on and or like if you even still remember this channel, hopefully you do. Go ahead and subscribe if you like it. But hey, man, if you want to jump on and talk about your experience on there, that would be fucking awesome, man. I would really appreciate that. That's cool that you're even mentioning that. But we're gonna go ahead and play the Guy Gardner scene that you mentioned at 2 minutes and see that's how you know that this guy is definitely he has the what
don't play it yet because right there it says Big Belly Burger. What's the one in the background? That looks like, is that a TV show? At first I was thinking that's like a Clayface fucking face model product thing. I was like, is that I might be looking wrong though because it's kind of blurry on my side. I was like, is that a fucking Clayface like face product.
Hey, hold on.
Ad.
We got Stick Canning saying, "Hell yeah, I'm down to talk, dude. Awesome, man. I understand, like I was saying, I understand NDAs and stuff like that are probably still in place until the movie drops, but afterwards, usually they kind of it's like, hey, you can't say anything until movie comes out, and then afterwards you can go ahead and talk about it. So you can talk about your experience on the set and everything like that. Absolutely, dude. If just follow me at Gallows the Media on X if you're on Twitter, or Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And then dude, I'll absolutely bring you on, man. That'd be amazing, dude. I would love to hear about the experience of filming this. And you said you had a good time with James Gunn was funny and all that stuff. Those are the kind of stories people need to hear. You know what I mean? So many bad things happen, and you kind of just hear so much negativity out of Hollywood. It'd be good to hear some positivity like that. That'd be a good thing.
One of the reasons the Snyderverse, and people don't know behind the scenes, kind of fell is because he had horrible family tragedy in his thing. And what would have been cool is if they would have said, look, not basically put his business out there, but said, this universe is going to be on hold for a year because we need to help. We're standing behind some employees, and we know this universe can be sold. You know what I mean? They didn't do that, but that's what they should have done. And so it's
yeah. Hey, we got Angel Gonzalez, aka the Casual Reviewer. Or I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say casual, but it says the Causal Reviewer.
The causal. The causal.
Are you a fake angel? Like, what's going on, man? But hey, Angel, if you want to jump on the panel, man, I can shoot you the link, man. You're always welcome on here as well.
We're about to watch Ironheart, Angel. Come hang out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch the much anticipated Ironheart, because that is definitely equal to Superman. It's
and you've been
like I said, it's like they gotta balance the scales of justice over here. And when somebody drops Superman, I mean, the only other recourse is to drop Ironheart on the same fucking day. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. It's like, what are you guys thinking, man? It's like, oh, they're gonna drop Superman. Check it out, we got Ironheart. Isn't that just as good? It's gonna be sad if it is. That would be terrible. But I mean, I think Superman is at least a 7 out of 10 trailer, if not. I don't want to say slightly better. I'm going to say slightly better just because now we know that we have somebody in the chat. I'm going to show for this guy, Stick Canning. No, I mean, that's super cool that you were in it, man. And I would love to hear these stories. So he says, hell yeah, I'm down to talk. He said, just followed on X. Let me go ahead and check my X notifications. Dude, Integrity followed me. Okay, let me follow you back. Stick Canning, follow back. There you go, man. If even if you want to jump on, man, I can shoot you the link. And
right now, if y'all want to come on here and watch Ironheart, let us know. We'll give you a second.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching the most anticipated, definitely new Disney thing of all Disney things, Ironheart. I mean, yay.
Yay!
We're so excited. I almost can't contain my happiness. It's
well, you know what? I remember James Gunn came out and said The Flash is probably the best comic book movie ever. And everybody's like, really, man? Because he just became head CEO of DC. Now, Robert Downey Jr. comes out and says this. You know what? I don't mind James Gunn came out and saying that The Flash that wasn't a bad movie. RDJ's saying that this fucking piece of shit is even worth watching. Shame on you, RDJ. Go wear some bigger lifts. Go put some bigger lifts on.
Hold on.
You should watch Ironheart because they paid me $8 million. Motherfucker, I don't want to spend $15 a month to watch your shit so you can get $80 million. Fucking crazy. I thought he was only getting that for like both films, like $40 million for one and $40 million for the other. And apparently somebody told me he's getting $80 million per film. I was like, how the fuck are you going to film a goddamn movie? When one actor in the fucking thing is $80 million price tag.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that this show or whatever has been shelved for the last, what is it, 3 to 4 years. I mean, there's probably some type of contract written up where it's like it has to be released within X amount of years, and they're just like, shit, it's about up. Like,
I think Ryan Coogler helped write it, didn't he? Isn't like this like he like a producer, which means
really?
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has something to do with it because like he has something to do with the character and introducing her in Wakanda Forever, which we'll probably see Wakanda fucking Forever references in here, guaranteed. And I guarantee they're getting it out quick because his contract might be coming up with Disney. He's done Black Panther 1, 2, about to be Black Panther 3. He's helped on Avengers Endgame and fucking Infinity War. It's like.
So I sent out a couple of invites,
yeah.
so we'll wait to see if and any of these people are willing to jump on, and then we can all react to the most anticipated trailer of the year. It's definitely not Superman because we already watched Superman, but Ironheart. Well, I have a feeling I can play that whole one, and my
I don't think
Disney get taken down.
Disney better be hoping to fucking get some people watch that shit. If they copyright strike you for that,
they'll be like,
good.
somebody played our trailer. Thank God.
Yeah, we'll never play shit again.
Dude, even talking about it, dude, my viewer count literally dropped in half.
Hey, well, it did. It did. It just went down like 12.
It literally just, I was just like, Ironheart. It's like, poof. Just
fuck that. I'm watching shit. I'm getting Superman, motherfucker. It's a Superman trailer reaction. I'm watching fucking Ironheart, bitch. See ya. That's hilarious. That did. We went from like 24 out of 12.
Son of a bitch. Like we're doing Steiner math. Like, if we talk about Superman for like 30 minutes and then we take it to 45 minutes and then all of a sudden an hour happens and then all of a sudden 30 minutes later we lose 12 people minus the 14 people we had. All of a sudden we're about up 13. And by that we mean,
see, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie.
the numbers don't lie, people. The numbers do not lie. They never lie.
Well,
Look, I saw Emily Kruger come in saying, "Hail, what's up, Emily? How you doing tonight?" Or see, I always want to say tonight because I'm so used to streaming at night. How are you doing this afternoon? You brought out the whiteboard.
25 1/3. See, not forget, you got, eventually get 144 2/3.
You had to bring out the visual.
And you got a chance of a win.
Dude, I need a prop like that. That's too good. Except my handwriting looks like, I don't know, a chicken having a seizure while going through epilepsy. It's crazy. Like it's it's a problem.
T got me inspired to fucking get a whiteboard. I need to get something to put up here and start drawing. And we're gonna
just drawing whatever we're talking about.
We're gonna fucking do Steiner Math. Next time it's up, you got 33 1/3.
Did you borrow the whiteboard from Uncle T?
Hold on, we got to add Kurt Angle into the mix. You know what I mean?
Now, see, he has a smaller whiteboard, so it's more proportionate to his whiteness compared to T's blackness. You know, like we have proportional whiteboards.
Plus Kurt Angle, you know what I mean?
Plus Kurt Angle.
You can't forget that one. We can't leave any variables out.
Jesus, I didn't know you had that, man. The 1/3 gets added to the ladder. Yes.
I watch Emily
She's
stream
on
all
one
the time. She'd inspire me to dream too. Emily's gonna be like, yeah, we should do some Steiner math.
Hey, with
Emily,
that, I
let's
mean,
do some Steiner math.
I use this for all of my certain viewers. Here we go.
Cut. Stud cock. Stud cock. Stud cock.
We should probably get some more daily friendly.
We got the casual reviewer. What's up, dude?
Like clips and we're acting like we're fucking hanging out at like after parties.
How you doing, the casual reviewer? What's going on, Angel?
What's going on, Joe? How y'all feeling today?
What up, brother?
Doing good, man. We're having a bunch of laughs in the afternoon, man. Like, how much better can you be doing, man? If you're laughing during the middle of the day, that's fucking awesome, right? I'm having a great time. How about yourself, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm over here trying to keep dry. It's raining over here in New York, but other than that,
Yeah.
Oh, that's I'm not gonna lie. I keep forgetting, like, you're not out here in LA anymore. You literally went from like coast. So we Angel coast to coast Angel over here, dude. He went from LA to New York or back to New York because I think you mentioned that's where you were originally from. So
I pushed that shit your way, Angel. Fucking last night it was pouring out hard here. This fucking morning my power went out from like it was like 4:30 to boom. I said, holy shit. I thought it was like a damn shotgun out from my porch. So I must have go. I must have blew it your way coming from North Carolina.
It's been light over here. I mean, it's just nice rain. I like, the rain. At least it rains 2 or 3 times out of the week or something, compared to California where it's always dry. And I just like the weather.
There's times where you're out here in Cali where you almost pray for rain. You're just like, oh, please make my life fucking wet and miserable for like a day. Like, but at the same time, we kind of need it. So like when the fires happen, they don't jump 45 feet like every time the wind blows, because the winds get like 100 miles per hour out here. And it's like we got 6-lane, 7-lane highways out here, and all of a sudden you just see like a fireball shoot over and it just lights the next valley on fire. It's like, oh my God. It's crazy. But hey, Integrity 101 says this show is cool. I have to swing by more often. Dude,
please do, bro.
Thank you. Go ahead and swing by, dude. And also now that I have you on X,
I like that he has that
integrity farms. Yeah, we normally be going late. This is different times for us. So normally, what, 8 hours?
Yeah, yeah. Integrity. Dude, I read your message, man. If you think it would disrupt the flow of the topics, the topic is going to be sadly Ironheart after this. But if you want to jump on and you want to talk about Superman, and then also enjoy what is Ironheart with us, you're free to jump on, man. That's totally fine. Like, you're not going to disrupt anything. If anything, we disrupt ourselves by being here. Like, but we have a good time while we're doing it. That's all I ask is, like, I don't know, have a good time, and hopefully you have a decent mic, or if you have an awesome voice like Angel here. This guy he's just silky smooth. He's like, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm out here in New York. Like, right, it's raining, but I'm
side facts.
Fucking Angel here, man. Like, Angel sounds like Barry White. He's like, I'm about to lay something silky smooth down for you right now. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna lay you down.
We used to listen to Barry White on the school bus every day, man. I love Barry White.
Hey, Cash Kid even said subbed. All right, we earned a subscriber. Thank you.
We got one.
Some salty chocolate balls. So maybe Andy was right. Maybe I need to do stuff during the day, like we get all sorts of different people.
Yeah, that's Andy's told you to do this. Remember, this was all courtesy of Andy from Home Dual Shot.
Angel. Maybe
the camera.
Maybe the weather got. Oh, okay.
He just turned his camera on. That's all.
It's like the weather got him.
I'm messing with my camera, seeing if it works or not.
Yeah, he's messaged it.
Sometimes, sometimes when you originally join or whatever, I'm not saying you need to leave and come back, but sometimes if you leave and then when you rejoin onto StreamYards, it'll give you that option. Like I wait for my camera to click in and then I join, because afterwards I've noticed that sometimes that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm sad the Doolies can't join us tonight. Oh, for your stream later, yeah. For that, I might actually be. Oh shit! I should still be able to make it. I got to give my friend a ride at 3:30, which is
what you're streaming about tonight, Guaranteed. What are y'all streaming about?
He's talking about Wonder Woman. I
think I remember. Okay, I did see that preview. Okay, yeah, the movie, the comics, Wonder Woman in general.
I think just Wonder Woman in general. Yes.
Okay.
But
you say the fucking movies Garantina is so
later tonight at Sergeant Garantina's channel, if you've not seen his streams or whatever, like he picks his subjects, he just goes through usually kind of all of it, which is pretty awesome. So go ahead and check that out. He gets all sorts of awesome guests. Sometimes I'm on there, sometimes the Doolies are on there, sometimes I don't know, a bunch of people from different chats are on there. He gets all he gets more guests than I do.
If I'm not busy when you're doing your Arkham Batman streams, I'd love to join because I could talk about that shit all day. Kind of like fucking Dark Souls 3 is coming out. Did you guys go back and play Dark Souls 1 in preparation? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I can talk about that shit all day.
Are you talking if did I go and trek through hell and back and then came back for seconds with Dark Souls 2 and then came back for thirds with Dark Souls 3? No, I didn't.
In preparation.
In preparation, like what do you prepare with that? Like a Costco sized tub of fucking lube? Is that how you prepare for that? Because you're about to just get shafted over and over. Like is that how you prepare for those games? Because god damn it.
That's exactly how you do it.
Man, I just woke up from a nice nap after watching that Superman trailer. Ooh.
Yeah. So Angel, now that we have you on here, what did you actually think about the Superman trailer overall?
It made me happy that I have an AMC stub A-list, because basically I'm happy that I don't have to literally go to the movie theater and pay, in a sense, to watch that movie. To me, so far, just the trailer doesn't interest me. It really looks like a CW TV show. It looks just weird to me. It doesn't look interesting. Like I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm hoping that the movie is better, but as far as the trailers right now, I'm really not feeling any of the trailers. Like it's just not appealing to me at all. As far as, I like the way that Mr. Terrific looks so far, some of the scenes that I'm seeing in there, but other than that, I'm really not interested in it too much. So we'll see what happens. Ironheart looks fire. Nah, I'm just joking.
I don't think it's that long, Cash Kid. Cash Kid said, I think there's like a 30-minute dialogue interview with Superman Lois. I think somebody said it's almost like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes long.
So I can see that's what the trailer was right there. When she said, that's what it was. When she sat down, like, so you want to interview Superman? That's what it was. That's why they broke it up. That fucking 1 minute where you got right there is probably the introduction, or 2 minutes into the 10-minute fucking part right there. That's the part they're talking about. And then it probably ends with him stopping and like, all right, the interview's over. Let me put my boots on. And you see that fucking shot in the background in the window with the green pink thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to work.
I don't know, man. And then I'm tired of seeing the dog.
That's right now. See, that's why I don't like spoilers, because that's the film they showed to test screenings that wasn't received well, which means they can go through and cut fucking 8 minutes of that part out. We don't know that. That's why I don't like when people give spoilers away and people's final product, like a video game or a movie. The Spider-Man Noir trailer, that wasn't ready to be put out. Apparently they wanted to add more to it, and they weren't done with the special effects. I think they look fucking great. But
good.
Imagine how good it would have looked if the person that was the artist was like, "This isn't what I wanted to put out. I had more I want to do to it. I want to make it look better." It could have looked fucking. We could have got someone, but somebody was trying to get that YouTube video click, stole the fucking info, and it happens to every fucking digital product now. It's like, wait a minute, that's not how my art is supposed to be presented. You know, great example. You know, Zack Snyder's fucking. If you saw, you know, when he did the Snyder fucking verse, Justice League, that bitch was supposed to be in like 4:3 trailer in black and white for half of it. Then it changes the color and it's like aspect ratio. It's like there's certain ways things are supposed to be viewed that the actual person. And when it gets fucking, I hate fucking people do that shit. They leak it out there. Leaks.
I don't know if you heard the rumors though that supposedly Warner Brothers right now is not really happy with them.
That's what I'm saying. I heard I'm not even they weren't happy with them. I heard the test screenings for this movie were mixed.
Hold on, we're
good and bad.
We got a new person joining, and
cool.
you know he gets to have this intro, even though I don't know if he's white or black. But here you go.
John Cock!
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Integrity 101? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you doing?
Good. I was just gonna talk Superman for a minute. If
Absolutely, go for it. Yeah.
How did Ironheart at all?
Dude, yeah, we're trying to avoid this subject like the plague, and if the plague also was like a giant, I don't know, platoon of rats carrying machine guns, we're trying to avoid that. But
it'll be a Marvel end credit scene for the stream.
So you guys are both excited to go see this? Like I'm a Snyder guy. I'm really not. I don't know, and I'm not even just a Snyder guy. I'm a Snyder and Donner guy, and I don't know, man. They lost me with this movie. To me, it really looks.
I like
cheap.
James Gunn. It looks cheap.
I like James Gunn. Don't get me wrong. I actually liked the Snyder movie. Like I liked Man of Steel. I do. I really do. And were you the one that said that you like really loved the Snyder cut of Justice League, or was that you or somebody else?
Yeah, I think a lot of people loved it, but yeah,
I do like it. Like I like it. It's not something I'm going to go rewatch a bunch of times. It's a 4-hour thing. If I'm going to go watch a 4-hour movie, I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings. Like that's what I'm going to do. If I got 4 hours to kill, I'm watching Lord of the Rings. Sorry, but
hey, that's cool.
Any of them, but yeah, man, go for it.
Real quick, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna still be listening, but I'm gonna run downstairs and refill up my water. But I got my headphone in. I can hear you guys talking. I'll be right back.
Integrity.
What's up, man? Hey, so does I like talking to people that have completely different opinions. Like to me, I'm kind of off board. I'm not interested at all. But I think that's what makes for interesting conversations. So do you guys think any of this stuff looks recycled from Man of Steel and BVS? I mean, if some of it just looks like rehashed. You know, like the arrested from the military thing, and I don't know. I mean, the sitting on the porch with Pa Kent and all that. It just, I kind of feel like I've seen it before, and it's just like a cheaper version. That's the vibe I'm getting.
All these studios do that because they have ideas or concepts that they use from previous movies, and and they do that a lot. And not to mention, it's the same story that they're trying to go kind of the similar direction with that they were going with Man of Steel, a bigger universe where you had to bring in Lex Luthor and some kind of security guards and then probably some kind of government aspect, because eventually Lex Luthor, just like the original Superman, becomes president and then he uses kryptonite to kill, because I mean this is DC, so they're going the same direction because they kind of have to, you know what I mean? That's the story.
Well, I mean, to a certain point, like you're going to need certain cues in whatever story you're telling to remind you of the same story. It's like something as simple as seeing like Batman's parents die. You're going to see that in every single new Batman. You're just always going to see it just to remind you, like, this is why he does it or whatever. So there's little things like that are just simply going to be in every movie. And when you're seeing them this close together, like, even though it's only been, what is it? I guess this will be 12 years since Man of Steel, because Man of Steel was 2013, if I remember right.
Yep.
It'll be, there's going to be you still need origin story type of stuff, and you're gonna
Yeah.
throw that probably into the trailer. And like what we were talking about is like a lot of this movie, it seems like most of this trailer is probably like the first maybe 45 minutes of the movie.
Like you just
So
said,
they're just
without
leaving
spoiling
out.
it, we know that the origin that we see his where he came from and possibly original parents without spoiling, any actor leaks or any of that shit. You know what I mean? And none of that's been spoiled yet. So we know
Well,
that's got to be
Yeah,
somewhere in the middle
we
or the
didn't
end.
see any Krypton stuff or anything, and like that's
Exactly.
gonna definitely be in the movie.
That's going to be in there. Yeah, it's world building. You know what I mean? Universe building.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I agree that it's cool that they didn't spoil the movie. I just I don't know. I guess you guys see it more as necessary story beats. To me, I see it a little more as some rehashed stuff I feel like I've seen before.
Well, I mean, it'll be there's
The older
always
you
going to
get,
be
that's fair. You're gonna in every the older you get, every story you see, you're like, I feel like I've seen this before. You can criticize, and that's obvious. I mean, that's fair. It's fair to say. If you've seen Superman before, you know the story. That's why people are like, I don't want an origin, but you need the origin for him to know that he's human. He's not an alien. He grew up in Kansas. That he's, he is American or thought of as American. So if he does something in the planet, that it's going to be looked down on, as America. This, and then he's also the planet. But then if he becomes not American.
I mean, when you're older and stuff too, it's like you've lived through so many iterations of the same character.
Yeah.
Like you've lived through it, so it's like seeing it over and over again. Like sure, it seems old to us, but like even Rockefeller is saying, it's like, dude, my or like Rockefeller was saying, his nephews and whatever, they're 8 to 10 years old, however old they are. But it's like they don't know. So you need to remind the new generation of like who this character is. So for us, stuff like that, we're going to be like, I've already fucking seen that. I just saw that 10 years ago. Well, 10 years ago, some of these kids weren't even born,
Exactly.
So it's like they got to see that. And we're like, okay,
we don't need
get on with it.
You're
get
right.
on
We
with
don't.
it. Like we don't need an origin story. Yeah. And when you like I feel like he's at least kind of going in the right direction with that, where it's like it seems like he's already an established Superman by the time you get to whatever the story is. We'll see when the actual movie comes out. I don't know. Let me ask you this: what did you think about the trailer overall? Like, what would be your rating? Like, 1 through 10 type of deal? Because like I'm landing around maybe I would say a soft 7. So somebody said 6.5, and I'm kind of leaning to agree with that. But what about you, Integrity?
A trailer grade? I don't know. It would be low just because I'm not interested in the movie. I don't want to say 0 and be kind of ridiculous, but I don't know, man. Low.
Was there anything in the trailer that you liked?
Not really.
I give it a 5.
Are you like?
Because
I don't want to say you're like fully a Snyder bro. I get it. Some people who are just like full on Snyder bros are just like,
yeah, but I'm a Donner guy too.
Anything. Well, yeah, me too. Like I
actually like Donner more than Snyder. So I don't know.
100%. Yeah, by like a country mile. But
well,
Snyder's cut though.
To me, I love them both. I mean, I love them both.
I like Snyder because it was just more. To me, I felt more relatable to that Superman actually seeing him kill somebody. That's the thing that made me open off of that verse, because any other Superman movie you see, he really is just always the good guy, the perfect squeaky Boy Scout. You know what I mean? I want to see something that shows some range in some ways, and that's what I enjoyed about it. Just seeing him kill Grodd in the end like that, I was just like, whoa, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it was definitely different. It was like seeing Superman actually kill was kind of that's not what you're expecting. So it's definitely like, holy shit, like he actually killed him, but he killed him for a good reason, because he was about to laser a child. Like,
yeah, but that's what made it good. You understood why he did it. Like he had that choice of only to
like it's like I get it. Yeah, but it's also, and then when you see it in Batman vs Superman, you see Batman's perspective, where it's like, oh, he actually, like, he's technically destroying a city, and Batman is out there just like, what the hell is this dude doing? And that's, but it's like that's the early stages of Superman, where he's trying to figure it out, and when all of a sudden a threat comes around that's just as strong as you, if not. I mean, the only reason he wasn't stronger he was stronger in the sense that he had military backing and stuff, so he was able to, fight differently. But he didn't understand the power yet. That was the only advantage that Superman had. Basically, it was like, I've been here for 30 years or 25 years or however old he was technically in the movie. But it's like, yeah, I've been here a minute. I know how this works. I know how to use these powers correctly, and so. I still really I like that movie, and I'm hoping that I will also like this movie. Like, I know that I would say the only Superman thing that I've seen that I wasn't a huge fan of, even though it did have one good scene, was Superman Returns, when he like lowers the plane or whatever onto the baseball field. Like, that's a great scene. That's a perfect Superman scene where he's like, I still saved you all, like, that was great. But well, we'll see what happens with this. I think this trailer needed to like move the needle in the I definitely need to see this movie direction more than it does like I'm still in the middle, because I feel like a lot of people are still in the middle with this movie in general. Like, I'm gonna see it regardless. Like, I see every movie, but yeah, it'll get people talking for sure.
It's got people talking, definitely.
Even talking to Integrity here, and even casual review,
I don't want to see any more
people in the chat, whatever. It's still a divided trailer, and the trailer needed to not be divided. Like, it needed to be like 80 to 90%. Let's go, and I feel it's divided, which is not great. It needs to not be doing that.
They're never gonna be able to make General Zod again in fucking movie, because Michael Shannon fucked up any actor that wants to be it. Like, kind of like Joker. Don't even try. Just give up on it. Where were you trained? On a farm?
It's a great line.
I'll find him. I will find him. He's a
I think
fucking
they're
bad
gonna drop
actor.
another trailer though. I think they're gonna spoil some stuff. I have a funny feeling they are, especially with 2 months.
That's why I said, hey, don't show me anymore.
I mean,
I'm sold.
It's just under two. Well, no, yeah, it's just under 2
I don't want any
months.
spoilers.
Yeah,
that's enough for me. I'm sold on it. And if it didn't sell anybody on it, you're not gonna get showing anymore.
Like I said,
so it's like,
I'm not a good judge for something like that, just because I just see every freaking new movie anyways. Like, I'm just this weekend this week I'm going to see Final Destination. There's people who are like, that looks stupid, that looks whatever. I'm like, I see whatever new movie is released because I have the freaking movie pass. So if it's coming to me and to be like, oh wow, did you see that trailer? Did that sell you on it? And I'm like, it kind of doesn't matter. Like, I'm probably going to just see it, and I'm going to give you my reaction to it regardless. So when it comes to that, what's up?
We got 4 tickets a week now. They gave us an extra ticket.
Oh yeah. It's up to 4, and I'm like, dude, you don't even release 4 movies a week. What are you talking about? I was like, that's just a dumb upgrade. Like, that what they need to do is when you request a ticket like weeks in advance, it needs to count for that week. That's what they need to update. Because like say right now, if even if right now it could be 2 months out, and all of a sudden they were like, tickets for Superman are on sale right now, and I'd be like, oh cool, I grab my ticket. That thing will be there on my app for the next every week until that movie comes up. So I have one ticket gone the whole fucking time. So when people are like, oh dude, this tickets are available for, let's say what was the last one, like Thunderbolts, right? And they were like, oh yeah, you have a month to get your ticket. And it's like, okay, cool. I could have just clicked it the day that it came available, and now you have like a really great seat, whatever. But every week up to then, it's a place sitter for you the whole week. And I'm like, that's what they need to fix.
Well, that's what the extra ticket is for now.
Basically, that's basically, but it's like $3 more. Yeah. Which is, who cares, whatever, 20. So now it's going to be $28. Like, oh, $28, even though tickets out here in California are already like 24. So wow. Okay. Yeah. Who freaking cares? Like, $3. I can go walk around the streets and just fucking find that on the floor sometimes out here in LA. Like, oh man.
I wish I was in LA right now to go to the fair.
Oh, is the fair going on right now?
Yeah, the LA County Fair.
I haven't been to that in freaking years, man.
I just like the food up there. That's it. The food be cracking.
Oh, the food is the food is off the chain, man. that shit doesn't mess around.
Turkey legs. Ooh.
All right. Oh man, you ever get into the Renaissance Fair when I was out here?
Yeah, I went once. I dressed up for
man. They would have those big ass turkey legs. It was just they're like $10 or some shit. But it's just like I was like, I didn't know turkey legs were this big. It was like,
I don't think
it's like a family meal for $10. It's like, we're all gonna eat off this bone, guys. Let's go.
Yeah,
and I say that while I'm by myself. I'm just like, come on, guys, let's go. I'm hyping myself up to eat this whole fucking thing.
Crazy.
Oh man. All right. Well, since we have Integrity here and Angel, the casual reviewer, you guys down to watch the Ironheart trailer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to obviously the main topic. This is just
your fault for not putting in the description too. I was like, I don't want to watch this shit. Should have put it.
It was so, dude.
Give y'all the okey doke.
I put Superman trailer like reaction as the video title, but everyone knew what they really came for, right?
I'm trying to figure out how these guys still keep getting roles in Hollywood. Like, he's not that good of an actor, dude. Like,
Marvel Television's Ironheart.
Okay, so maybe you guys know. Like, can I just play the whole thing in one shot so we're done with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and
full screen so we see it all.
Is that working? That better?
Yep.
All right.
And I saw Ryan Coogler already. I told you. I fucking told you.
Let's go, guys. Like, this is what everybody came for. This is what we play for, boys. Let's go.
Hello? For real?
Welcome, Riri. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor, where you will find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you went her out. Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT. How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable, something
important,
iconic.
It's a brand new I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that. is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
Was that supposed to be the punchline in the end or something? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad we saved that for just to really hit people in the feels and Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck was that?
We had a Puerto Rican vampire in there. That was crazy. I never thought I'd see that.
Puerto Rican look weird as shit. Like Iron Man, like it's like was sleek and that must look like the Hulkbuster, fucking huge, and it looked like it looks like shit. And
it's anyone else? Okay, look, for $20, I'm about to drink the bleach I'm already going to drink. But I mean, for $20, I'll drink twice as much. Like what the hell was that?
The suit looks so clunky and big. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Yeah,
I'm on a scale of balancing the justices here. Superman or Ironheart? Which trailer was better, guys?
Superman.
I'll take.
Superman. I guess that's why
I think Superman would drop next to that, and all of a sudden Ironheart got just launched into the stratosphere and then shot with fucking nukes, just so we can never fucking see that again.
But that's why they dropped it today. They were smart about it.
Just try to cover it up,
because nobody's going to pay attention.
Nobody's going to pay attention to how like shit it is that is throwing on the Superman.
They'll be like, well, there'll be some love and some hate towards Superman, but they'll be like, but we're going to get way less hate for this simply because nobody's watching it. Like,
didn't they film this like 3 years ago? They filmed this like during the pandemic. So
yeah,
just trying to take right off this thing and get rid of it. Like that's all they're really trying to do.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's not adding to the MCU. It's taken away from.
Hold on. Let's see what
it's
the
already
chat
hurt right now to where people
Mortal Snack says, "Oh my god, my eyes hurt." I'm telling you, bleach. It's a cure all. It's a cure all. Like, music is awkward. Yes. What? Dude? Okay. Since we have Angel on here, how do you feel about them always using rap music?
Black
kind of beats,
hip hop
when it has anything to do with black characters.
Wrong with using rap music if it's something that makes sense with the scene, or at least if it's a track that we all recognize in some way, like all that black, Wakanda.
I'm actually fine with that as well. Yes.
Like that didn't make sense to me. But let's say if they would have put in the background, "Mama said knock you out," like people would have not really tripped too hard about it. Like
I give you that. Some
more. It depends really on the song.
Dude, you literally just said like a song that would have worked way better for
every time. Yeah, but Ryan Coogler always uses the same shit. He's going to use Michael B. Jordan. Awesome. He's going to use Kendrick Lamar. There's going to be some fucking song nobody's ever heard of that's whack as fuck. And people be like, "What the hell is this?" Well, why could you use fucking LL Cool J? Mama said knock you out. Something that's and then the normal Disney Marvel thing just had some new rapper remake that song, so you don't have to pay LL the fucking crazy royalties for that.
The other thing they did in that trailer, which is what they've been doing with anything, whether it's especially if it's a woman, but now it's also a woman of color and everything, it's just like they're constantly reaffirming them. There's just like, why are you doing this? You're so awesome. You're so like every like 10 seconds they were just like, you're great, you're so amazing, figure this out, you're awesome.
You're the first genius to come by MAT.
Why do you have to do that to reaffirm this character to the audience? Like
Tony Stark was here.
Shouldn't their actions just be like so awesome that you understand that the character is great?
Yeah.
But no, they're going out of their way to like that's how dumb they think their audiences are through like Disney and stuff. It's like they have to constantly tell you, but like, by the way, this character's great. Did you not notice they're great? Because if you didn't notice, we're gonna fucking tell you like 13 times in this 2-minute trailer. We're just gonna backhand the living shit out of you with it, and like what are
Ryan
they doing?
Coogler did the old James Gunn trope too, from director Ryan Coogler. from the director of Black
That
Panther,
shit even
Wakanda
said- they
Forever.
said
I'm like,
genius twice. Yeah, I'm telling. That's what I'm saying, man. They have to go out of their way to be like, in case you didn't know, she's smart. She's actually a genius.
Is it just me, but does she look too old for that role?
yes, she doesn't look like she don't
looks
look like a
way
teenager.
like
Like,
she's
Well,
35.
she's short, but she looks like she's got some miles on the yeah. I don't know if it's her.
Yeah, she looks way too old for that role. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, her face.
villain-
She's short, but
So
You gotta
she,
talk
she
about
went
the-
she went through a typical Hollywood like lifestyle, but without actually being in Hollywood, which I don't want to go down that
if you
road.
watch Wakanda Forever, which is a horrible movie, that part where they go fuck with her and talk to her, it's like not needed. Her character in it is fucking not needed.
It was needed for the community.
I've literally
That's
memory hold that
exactly
movie.
it,
I
Angel.
think
I'm
I
like, we
think
don't
I've
need
tried to
this
watch
shit.
it twice, and I've forgotten it both times. Like after watching it, I was like,
Go back and watch it.
I
And tell me
don't
if
know
you
what
think
I just
every
did for the
fucking
last
scene
2
with her
hours.
out of it.
Like-
It wouldn't be a better movie because it was one shortened in about 20 fucking minutes. Because when they're standing in her room talking, I'm just like, is it fucking over yet? Damn, it's like she's all cocky girl getting back at it. I ain't going with you, motherfuckers.
Balde says it looks like a Metabot.
Yeah, that suit looks so
Yeah,
disgusting.
it looks terrible.
Man.
Is there a third option? The third option, like I was saying earlier, it's bleach. It's bleach. and yet, I mean, there's many ways to inject. Like you can either inject it, you can drink it, you can snort it. Like that's your 3 options right there.
But I think this is supposed to be like the last like live action as far as TV series that they have from the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully from this point on, man, they change.
Is that true though? Isn't there more shit besides this? Is that really true? I thought that
I
they keep
think
telling us-
that this is the last thing from phase 4, right? And then they're jumping out of phase 5 or 6 or whatever. Like, I think the Wakanda movie is the last. No, yeah, Ironheart is the last one, and then the Fantastic Four is supposed to start the new phase.
So Fantastic Four is either going to start the new phase or
No, we still have
th-
Wonder
this-
Man. Quinn says.
yeah, Wonder Man drops in December, which I mean, just
But
the
it's not- I wouldn't say it's
pictures
part of
alone
it.
on that.
One thing that's probably not going to serve any purpose to the grand overall Secret Wars
Yeah.
fucking doomsday plot. We don't need. Just cancel it. Just cancel these fucking things. You're hurting the brand. You're not helping.
Purple Snack says, "Did they cancel Iron Wars?" Yes. It's either canceled or it's on hiatus, but it's probably more than likely.
They
canceled.
canceled that. They weren't giving Cheeto nut, and he ain't that popular.
Like they didn't just shit can it; they shit in the can and then threw it away. Like it got extra shit on. But yeah,
They're going to be focusing on the X-Men. That's what they're going to be worrying about next. X-Men.
Dude. Who they say was gonna do
so
that?
they need what they need to do before Doomsday were to drop, and they haven't announced it yet. But like, hopefully, if they were smart, they fucking would. Is they need to do an in between movie between Fantastic Four and Avengers, because they're just like they're kind of actually about to do like the DCEU route, which is like, okay, here's a movie, and then here's the big bad. Like and he's just here already. So they're going to do Fantastic Four, and then all of a sudden, boom, the next big movie is going to be Avengers. Like you're doing one movie in Avengers, and they kind of did that with
in between that one. I think Spider-Man is supposed to come out in between that though.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything about it. But
Let me double check that online. I'm gonna see.
Spider-Man woke. They got got rid of the old guy because he didn't want to come back for a fourth one, and they hired a new person to do for Shang-Chi, and they're hiring a new Aunt May too because what's her face didn't want to come back because they're going in a new direction. New Aunt May, guess what? Anybody want to guess what new Aunt May is gonna look like? Anybody?
Oh no, I've already seen it, but go ahead.
You can't
The
guess
rest
if
of
I
the panel
told
if
you.
you haven't seen it.
We'll let the chat figure it out. We're gonna get a new Aunt May by the Shang-Chi trailer, by the Shang-Chi producer. Any ideas what Aunt May is gonna look like now?
They're saying that the new Spider-Man is supposed to drop supposedly July 31st, 2026.
1 month before fucking Secret Wars next
No,
year.
that'll be a month after because
No, that's a month
Avengers is supposed to drop in May. Yeah, from what I understand,
Yeah,
Avengers
I
is
think
going to
Secret
drop
Wars-
May 26th on
The Secret Wars
May
comes out
20
May 2027. They dropped that back to 27. So yeah, Spider-Man is in between.
No, that's Secret Wars.
Right?
What Doomsday comes out before that.
Mm-hmm.
What time does Doomsday drop?
May
Doomsday
1st, 2026.
That's the only film they have in between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
It's going to be Fantastic Four, Wonder Man, and then Doomsday. Like that's the order, which is fucking wild. Like, and like Fantastic Four has to be, I don't know, just the most epic freaking banger of a movie to justify going from that to an Avengers fucking movie. Avengers are always like as far as they've been produced or whatever, it's like it's a culmination of all these stories and they all combine and then it tells something bigger than all them combined, and they need all these people into one thing. They haven't led up to that. You know, like with this whole phase that they've been going through, there's not enough story there, and there's not enough interesting characters. There's no thing in the background that's kind of like culminating to this. There's nothing there. So Fantastic Four literally has to do all the groundwork for that and also be a good movie. And on top of that, if you just look back like historically, basically at any Fantastic Four thing that has ever been done, they don't do well. Like they don't pull good numbers, whatever. Even if you rewatch them now, they're probably better in your mind because of what has been produced lately. You're looking at it and you're like, that's actually not all that bad. That's whatever. Other than like when Galactus appears and stuff and it's just a smoke cloud, and Silver Surfer was actually semi kind of cool. But it's like, other than that, you're just it's like a giant ball of confusion. You're just like, what the fuck is this? Like and now they want to do that, and they're like, this is going to be the thing that leads us forward, guys. And it's like, it's not. I'm sorry, it's just not. Like,
well, they're talking about Ryan Reynolds possibly being the main person overlooking the X-Men universe, which I think is a bad idea.
Why?
Because think about it, when he did Deadpool, can you imagine any other character, like when he did Deadpool 2 and he had the X-Force with him? Imagine those are the fucking X-Men characters. It'd be Ryan Reynolds. It'd be like people complaining about
James says fourth time's a charm. Hey, 4 for 4, right? 4 for the 4. There you go. 4 for 4.
I think it would be a good idea.
Ryan Reynolds too jokey. Everybody complaining about the
be a bunch of unknown actors that's going to be the X-Men. So it's a good way to catapult them, at least make them, noticeable, because people will go into the theaters to see Deadpool. Like no matter what, Deadpool will bring in something.
The problem with doing something like X-Men nowadays is there's going to be a bunch of people who were X-Men, like if you get my meaning behind that. But it's going to be a bunch of mystiques out there. But
that's fine. That's what the fucking comic book's about.
Christ.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, it's
going to be a disaster.
Mystiques and a lot of morphs.
About that morph, morph is basically just, right in the middle of the 90s,
Oh my God, I'm never
going to here's Elon's kid, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
Morph did in that X-Men.
I got superpowers. Like, no, you don't.
I love X-Men, man. I think some of the X-Men were great. You know what I mean? If done right. The Uncanny, the original ones. Back. The original Iceman.
But you've seen the X-Men cartoon though, the one on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I thought that was
X-Men 97.
X-Men 97. See when Morph was trying to come on to Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's definitely, that's why I says okay. It's definitely Disney-fied. It wasn't the original Fox 4 seasons. I want to say it's 4, maybe it's 3. Which is fine.
I don't think I want their X-Men. I'm assuming there's a pause there, even though there's a dash. That's how it's actually
He dressed up like a Black Cyclops, gay version of Black Cyclops.
Did they change it to gender neutral men?
Like, hey, guys, together we are the they thems. We're just the they thems.
They them energy.
Or they're like they men's. Or they used to be men's. Like,
that's what I'm Jubilee. She's cool. She knows she. She knows what time it is. She's down with
a
that.
bunch of dudes in dresses. What are you doing? Stop this shit. Stop this shit.
But if you don't fucking do that way and go about again, it's a school for gifted youngsters. It set in New York, you know what I mean? And like the first
Cyclops is going to have a whole nother meaning. It's just going to be like a dude with a giant dong, and it'll be like, but my red eye is shooting at you, and it'll be like, I believe you because I can see it under your fucking sundress. And stop wearing that. You're way too buff to be wearing that, dude. Like what are you doing? This is ridiculous. Stop that shit.
Yeah, man, I'm always like X-Men, and I love what our boy did, Kevin Feige, you know, in the direction that Fox was taking him until he left, and then he kind of Days of Future Past. I'll say that one was good. Of all the ones that they did without him, I'll say that was good. The first 3 X-Men were fucking awesome, man.
There's some great scenes in so Days of Future Past, so Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, right? There's some good scenes in them. Like I would say Days of Future Past is like the better movie overall, but and Apocalypse is not all that great, but there's still a great scene with Quicksilver. Like the Quicksilver scenes are the best scenes. Like the way that it actually shows his power and how quick and is like the slow down animation. And he's like do he just saves people or whatever.
When he runs to the
it's
house,
awesome. It's extremely well done, and it's like that's an awesome display of that kind of power because that's how quick he is supposed to be, and it was great. And
he played him really good.
Evan just say First Class. First Class was actually like a really good movie.
First Class was a good movie.
Days of Future Past is a 10 out of 10 movie. I wouldn't go that far. I would say 8 out of 10, but it's still very high up there. It's very, very good. It's very well done.
Phoenix ones are always terrible.
Hey, Rockefeller, in case you forgot, you can actually click on you can click on these and highlight them.
Yeah, no, I was reading.
He was worried about his whiteboard in the background. That's all.
Let's see when he gets.
He's going to start writing out people's answers. He'll be like, look, said this. And he's just going to like,
do Kurt Angle to the mix. You come up with 144 and 2/3. Your chances of winning.
Everything except Magneto getting done in by a piece of metal. Yeah, that's stupid. That's definitely stupid.
First Class when he goes,
that makes no sense.
And I'll make it disappear. That's just fucking awesome. He's like, no, and he's fucking trying to stop from doing it and shit. He's like, that's a good scene. I really like that scene. I'll make this coin disappear.
Well, so his power is not even just manipulating metal. He actually can manipulate like the gravitational field of the Earth, and that's why like magnetism. Magnetism in general. And when you expand that idea, you realize like, oh no, he can.
They think he can just manipulate metal.
He's not at level 5. He's mega level. And then so they do when they do that in X-Men 97, and he's just like he just rises up. He's like he basically gives them no option. It's like, dude, I'm letting you be just because I'm nice enough about it, kind of deal. And it's like, wow,
that's what's cool about him. Like
literally,
X-Men has everything in it. He's about trannies. It has like racism, like a motherfucker. He's from the Holocaust, and he's like, he thinks they are the next step in evolution.
Was that movie where it's like, hey, well, look, we all got tattoos, and he's like, I got tattooed once, and he just shows his like Holocaust number on his arm, and he's like, damn, dude.
I think that was First Class.
That's a hard fucking statement. Yeah,
no, that was well, they do it in both of them, but and it's really just X-Men Part 3, Last Stand, which is like, where's your mark at, my darling? I've been marked before, and trust me,
he does it a few times.
Never again.
Yeah. It's like, put a fucking needle next to him, watch what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
stay. Go ahead and put metal next to me at all, which is like what somebody just said in the chat there. It's like, okay, how does he get done in by a piece of metal or whatever, which is stupid or like taken out? And it's like, That would never happen. Like his natural, he senses all the metal around him at all times. He's just like, dude, he could literally. There's so many. You literally have like a bunch of iron in your body. That's how he even gets out on X-Men
2. That part we just
he's like somebody drinks something with enough iron and he rips it out of him, and then he uses that as like he uses that as a weapon, and it's like, yeah, that's what would happen
in his ass. I remember that part.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question real quick.
Yep,
I've only seen X-Men First Class. I'm mostly a Batman, Superman, Spider-Man guy, but I think I have all the movies or most of them. If I was going to go watch one X-Men movie, if you were going to recommend one X-Men movie, what would you guys suggest?
I'm going to give 2, which would be X-Men 2 or Days of Future Past. Like on the fly. Like if you're doing it on the fly.
I wouldn't say Days of Future Past because you wouldn't know the characters and what they were going through. I would say X-Men.
You can no. That's the thing. Like every movie that you watch in general should be able to explain whatever whatever powers and stuff that they have while you're watching it. That's how I kind of consider like a good movie to be made. You shouldn't need to watch the prequel to understand the sequel type of deal. And so when a movie does it right, I would say like Days of Future Past, like even watching that on the fly, like you understand instantaneously what all their powers are. Like you can watch that and be like, okay, that person does that, this person does that. And I mean, maybe there's certain motivations behind different things that maybe you need a little bit of context behind, but I don't think that any of it would really affect your viewing experience while you watched it. So I would say like Days of Future Past, but X-Men 2 overall.
The first 5 minutes of X-Men 2, one of the best opening scenes you're going to see.
Nightcrawler, dude, absolutely.
Don't even say who, nothing but if you want to watch a cool opening scene for just 10 minutes, real quick, Integrity, X2, X-Men United.
X2.
Watch the
even film goers, X2 or Days of Future Past. See, like I didn't even read the chat when I was saying that. X-Men, X2. X-Men 1 is fine. There's some cheesy stuff in it because obviously they're trying to they're trying to find their bearings. And then the first one was pretty cool. First one is good. Not a big X-Men fan, but Days of Future Past is my favorite. Awesome movie. See, like I said, Days of Future Past. I think you could just watch that on your own without watching any X-Men thing.
I guess you probably
and you would understand everybody's powers. You would understand their motivations.
Gives you a good little rundown of it and rehash of it. I guess you could.
I'd probably say Days of Future Past is a better movie, but I prefer X2. X2 is good, but I think X2 doesn't rely on X-Men 1. So you'd need to that one. I would say you'd want to watch X-Men 1 and then watch X2.
You know what's so crazy right now? I'm thinking of the title of X-Men Days of Future Past, and I'm thinking of Elliot Page in there and how just the title fits that name, fits that character.
I watched the other day how good an actress she is, bro. She's a great Ellen Page was a fucking
she was a great actress.
He was. That's why I was
he hasn't done anything since.
Him and fucking he's doing Christopher Nolan shit. The Odyssey. He's gonna be in that.
Oh, cool! I have a movie to shoot myself to.
Elliot Page could be Justin Bieber's son. That's what Elliot Page could do right now.
Looking forward to that. Oh my god, what is going on with these people? And it always happens to be okay. So they say that there's already a disproportionate amount of people who are doing this. Let's say transitioning thing. I'm not gonna go into whatever. Like I don't want to get super nuked by YouTube, but it's like they're doing that to a certain unproportional amount. But then when you look at what Hollywood actors come out and say, and they're like, well, my daughter turned to, or my son turned to
look at Robert De Niro.
It's extremely even more disproportionate to where it's like, this is unfathomable. And it's like, when they say stuff, look, I'm just going to say this because I've been wanting to say this for a while, which is, they say like, the trans thing is like that's a real thing. It happens all the time, and I'm like, well, if trans kids are a possibility, right? Then that's what they say. Like, my kids are trans. That means that technically, in every type of society out there, there should be.
Yep,
that's a possibility, right?
Yeah.
Go talk to any fucking Amish person ever and ask them how many trans kids they have. It's going to be all of 0%.
Seriously.
And that's in the community here in America. Like Amish is mainly here in America. There's all of 0 there. There's no. So when it's like, oh, these exist. Well, if they exist, that should mean that it exists everywhere. It doesn't. Go talk to them. And all
the power of propaganda.
0%. Exactly. The only reason it happens is because you have access to the media, you have access to online discourse, you have you have other things flooding you in. When you cut yourself off from that, which is what the Amish do, they literally don't do any of that shit. 0%. Like, so what the hell? Like, what is going on with that?
I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, we don't even need to get into it, but you made the point.
Anybody with a logical thinking brain understands what the fuck is going on.
But nobody thinks logic anymore nowadays. It's all about your feelings.
Oh, dude, logic is out the fucking window.
Yeah, it's about what you feel. Whatever you feel,
I'm in a warehouse. I have 0 windows, and I already know that shit is out the window. Like, like what the fuck? Like,
not to get too into it, but in my opinion,
well, let's get into the weeds, man. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Hey, if you guys want to do it, I'll do it. But if to me, the men of America, especially, and I'm really speaking to the men, need to stand up and start calling out bullshit where there's bullshit.
That's I don't say that's what I'm doing. I usually just talk about movies and everything, but whenever I do get into stuff like that, I have no problem doing it. Like,
we need to stop sugarcoating pure delusion, and that's I'll leave it there. It's your channel. I'll let you.
I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent, though, and this is what I feel. Yes, we need to call it out, but it's not the fact that we're calling it out. It's the fact that you have a lot of women that enable it, and they're fine with it.
Well, don't get me started on the feminist movement.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to it, though, most of the women are the ones that are trying to protect.
Ooh, we're about to get all red pilled right now. Let's go.
But it's crazy. It's like you have women that will protect, any LGBTQ first before they'll worry about protecting their own man.
Hey, Rockefeller's back. Hey, dude, we're talking about red pilling people. Let's go. Let's
do this.
Let's just fucking come on, Rockefeller.
Statistics and everything. Watch. It's gonna be like 35% of Americans here on the left. They think this way.
Like if you didn't know,
The big topic red pilling about or just red pilling in general.
It's not the one that you just took in the bathroom. Like, also, all of a sudden his desk is gonna start rising.
He's real relaxed.
He's gonna be like, hey man, like, I got rock hard. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea why my desk is rising, but here we go. Holy shit!
That's all I get on fucking
rock
Twitter
hard right now, but
red pills.
Let me bring it back down to a normal level. Let's just
get advertisement on fucking Twitter.
I need to use this feature on my desk a little bit more.
Crazy.
What's the name of them red pills where you take them to keep you?
It's funny. Hard? At least 3 of you live in super liberal cities. Look, I was born here, and I'm also poor. Yes, I'm super poor. Send me money. Send me all of the money.
No, I said four of us.
Oh, 4 of us. Sorry.
It's 4.
But also I'm poor. Oh my God, no.
Not this one. I don't. I live in hold that line.
The T's out here in New York.
Hold the line.
Dude, you really got to check 3 times. You have to check 3 times with the T's out here, dude. They literally look like straight up females out here. Like they got that good surgery out here, and you really got to pay attention. You have to. Like I seen somebody walk by me the other day. I was just like, what the? I had to look at the Adam's apple.
Places like Raleigh, North Carolina, my capital, North Carolina.
Check out that ass until you realize it had no hip bones, and you're like,
no, until I seen the Adam's apple. I always look at the neck first. You can always tell with the neck never changes.
Oh yeah, before I walked away, I was talking about that. So you know, I was watching fucking Inception the other day, and Ellen Page was phenomenal in that movie, and we were talking about her. You know, her.
She's actually she was a good actress.
Yes.
I don't know what
curious to see how he is going to transition his acting style, because she used to only play like cute ditzy, the pregnant chick, you know what I mean? But still a good actor. But she's going to be in complete different roles they're going to go to now. I'm really curious to see how that. It's probably the first time we've seen that in Hollywood, right? Majorly happen like that, like a really good actor. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that she's supposed to be, or he's supposed to be in that new Poseidon movie?
In Odysseus. I mean, you know, the Odyssey.
Okay. And I forgot who's directing it. Somebody
Chris Nolan.
Okay.
The dude that did the fucking Batman films.
Because I know
he did Inception. That's where, you know, he always uses the same actors.
Yeah.
So on Inception set, he met her, used her. She did a fucking awesome fucking job, and is going to utilize him in his upcoming film. You know what I mean? I'm like, that would be fucking crazy to change your style up. Like, I mean, if it's your craft, you're an actor, you know what I mean? But you've always been known for these roles. I'm just curious to see how it's going to work.
I'm curious to see if if he or she's gonna take their shirt off and try to flex.
You know what I mean?
I'll pass on that, man.
I think that's gonna happen on it, because you know a lot of people back in those days didn't wear shirts like that. They didn't have garments like that to protect themselves. So how is that gonna transition and look? I don't know.
Chris Nolan isn't about like the woke ideology stuff. I could see Elliot Page playing like you know, because there's a part where they're on a boat. I see them on a boat. Maybe one of his people that's rowing on the boat with him, like one of the fucking crew members.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that being part of it. You know what I mean? And for that way, Hollywood would be able to open up and give him roles. And hey, man, that's it's funny because they're all about being woke and open to it, but nobody wanted to give Elliot Page a job until Christopher Nolan, a big ass actor, you know, a big ass thing, stepped up and gave him. This is the first project I think he's done that I know of. So
well, let's see how it's received. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people nowadays really don't want to see that in their movies.
And that's why I said when I was scrolling through the other day, watching something, looking for them, I was like, Inception, let's watch this. I watched. I was like, huh? Hey, look, there's Ellen Page. I'm like,
she was good in Juno. In Juno, I loved her in Juno.
And it just sparked this into me, like, oh, fucking good. You know what I mean? So I'm like, she is very short. When she was standing next to Leonardo DiCaprio, looked like he was tall as fuck. And like, so. If he's standing next, if I'm Leo DiCaprio and I was standing next to Tom Hardy was like this.
Yeah.
Come up to here, Leo DiCaprio. And then, so Ellen Page, if I'm Tom Hardy, Ellen Page, down here.
It's gonna be received as return to sender. That's how it's gonna be received. Like because nobody wants that shit. Like, don't send this to me. Like, this is fucking junk mail. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I mean,
movies from that.
Like, if it wasn't freaking Nolan, you know, because Nolan just drops banger after banger. Like they're always pretty much always great, except for what was that movie that he came out with?
Remember the backlash you got for hiring?
It was like 4 years ago. What was that movie that came out during COVID? And then
the guys
it was like that time travel one.
Oh, let me see. I forgot the name. I know what you're talking
about. That was great. Oh, that's a great movie. Fucking man, I can't believe I can't think of it right now either. Tenet.
Oh, cool. Like,
Tenet,
how fast do you want to be removed, Rockefeller? Keep telling us how great it was. Like,
Robert Pattinson did an awesome job in Tenet, bro. I thought fucking Tenet was awesome. The opening scene to Tenet.
Did you? Like, how high did you have to be to understand the movie in reverse?
You don't like the opening. Anybody that plays Call of Duty Warzone, better yet, that play DMZ, where you got to go and extract somebody from a motherfucking high fucking combat area, didn't like that.
High, I understood that part.
You got the gas mask on when everybody sleep in that opera. That was an awesome fucking awesome scene in the beginning of Tenet. Awesome as shit.
It was, and then after that, it went downhill.
Well, there's some crazy shit in it. There's still some awesome parts.
It was some great
going downhill. There's another thing like tumbling forward with acrobatic efficiency. and then landing on your face at the end. I mean, it looked impressive until you realize that the person died. Like that's what that movie is like, dude, that guy's he looks epic, like doing
besides that, we do Oppenheimer.
Like he's doing all sorts of like, you know, acrobatics going down the hill, and then all of a sudden he died at the end, and you're like, oh, that reminds me of the movie Tenet. Like
I still, you know what, speaking of, I still
fell on your face at high velocity. Like
Oppenheimer's with Warner Brother, right? Is Oppenheimer Warner Brothers?
My favorite Christopher Nolan film is Memento.
See, and just like that, you're over 200 day stream. 200
subs. That means you're gonna go right back underneath 200 subs.
Oh no, well, I had 200 subs last night. I mean, if am I keeping that up? I haven't even checked. I've been trying not to look at the numbers because people told me stop looking at the numbers, and I was like, okay, that's probably a good way to do it.
Be yourself.
What's meant to get back down?
Now I want to look. Now I want to look. Like, am I going to be disappointed?
Memento's pretty good too. For again, that's one of his, like, I think if not one of his first movies, and that when you watch somebody's first fucking intro into the Memento is fucking crazy.
So well written.
Yeah, it's
201. All right, as long as I can keep over 200, there we go.
Score.
The next goal is obviously 300.
I totally take your advice.
The main goal is 500. That way, I can actually get monetized. Which would be
probably gonna have to stream at this time more often.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'll have to take the
hit.
By that, I mean,
at the same time.
Because I do breakfast time.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know. Superman and you know, awesome. Like Superman trailers don't drop all the time, and then of course the groundbreaking Ironheart trailer doesn't drop at the same time on the same day. I mean, how can we have two juggernauts just drop at the same time?
Andy, right, did you see the Ironheart trailer, bro? Can you believe that? That's probably what pushed him over the edge, is watching that Ironheart trailer. That probably got him 2 new subs. It's amazing, Andy. What's your thought on
it? Helped me unload my gun by a long shot. I was like, I was about to. I'm okay. Sorry, I always go dark with stuff, but I'm telling you, these trailers might have saved my life.
Nonsense.
They didn't at all. I don't give a shit. Like what the fuck? But Superman trailer, I would say, since Andy just jumped in, I'll go ahead and say I think the trailer was like a soft 7. And some people were saying like a 6.5. There were some people saying like a 4 to 5. I don't think it was the trailer that it needed it to be. Like the trailer needed to be like a 9. Like the trailer needed to be like a 9 to really oversell the movie kind of deal. And I don't think the trailer achieved that goal. But other than that, like it's fine, but it still doesn't move the needle. It's the same thing with when they dropped the original teaser, where it was like you're not overwhelmed, you're just whelmed. Like I was whelmed by the trailer. Like, okay, that movie's still coming out. Cool.
Do you think he has something to do with the editing of this trailer though? Or do you think it was just Warner Brothers that just threw all
I'm hoping it's not because I just watched it in like 20-second increments so I don't get nuked. But I'm definitely gonna watch it in its like full integrity, like Integrity 101. I'm gonna watch it in Integrity 101 by watching it in its full capacity after the stream, so I could just see the whole thing all in one fluid motion, whatever, and see how I feel about it after that. But even watching it the way that we were watching it, I don't know. It's I don't want to say it was lackluster. It was just I felt it needed to be better. So I totally understand. Like I can already see even by watching that trailer where most people's takes are going to go, which is going to be probably negative. Most people are going to be like, yeah, that wasn't great. And
I see.
I can see that coming from a mile away. Like
when I saw 25% is above 5, 25% below from our chat, from the videos popping up, it seems like it's getting people talking. No matter what they say, all I hear is probably 75% of us four right now.
What's up, Dragon Master Zero? I see you say a 3 out of 10. Damn, like I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was that bad. I understand that to a certain, like I said, to a certain perspective, to where the trailer needed to be a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 to really start selling people on it. Because I feel like everything that's like the marketing has been terrible. Everything about this has been like leading up to it has been awful. Like I'm still, obviously I'm just I'm gonna see the movie. Like I said, I'm just somebody who just goes to the movies regardless. So that's actually not a factor to me. It's not gonna be like, wow, the trailer is so bad I don't even want to see it. I'm like, no, I'm still gonna fucking see it. I even see all the bad Marvel movies. It's like I just go to the movies every freaking week. So for me, it's not that big of a deal.
I feel
Sergeant Garatina is saying 4 out of 10. Okay.
I really like that. I feel real catfish. I feel like it was one of those dates that you were waiting for, and you thought that she was so fine, and as soon as she opened the door, you're just like, "What the hell?" Like this is just like I just
what's with the Adams?
No,
pretty much.
You say
it's like you realize your balls are dropping out of your sundress, right? Like what is happening? Like
that's why I asked about the trailer. Like, do you think that he edited it, or was
at least try to hide him until I buy you dinner? Jesus
Christ. They got some pretty good people out there that are. I was talking about that with Andy like a month ago. I feel like maybe like 2 weeks ago. Shout out to the people that do the trailers right now. They got some really good trailer makers. They can turn some shit projects. They can be like, that's decent enough, and you can be like, that's not what the trailer was like. You know,
because I heard they're taking a lot of power away from James Gunn over there.
I don't think he has much. I think he can probably tell them what they can show in the trailer, but I don't think he had anything to do with making it.
No, but I'm talking about overall, because from what I'm hearing, he really wanted to plant his name big time on the top of it. Like, this is a James Gunn Superman production.
We don't need that.
Like, if you see it on the poster, it says James Gunn Superman. Like,
really
he's trying to plaster his name on a lot of things and make it seem like he's.
Yeah, and Andy, if you're free, I sent you a link, man.
The forefront.
Jump on and you know.
Because I heard that's why they canceled a lot of his movies. They canceled that Clayface. They canceled a lot of certain things because they're like, yo, we don't know if this is going to pop off. Especially, from what they're hearing about with the Superman, early reactions. So they're kind of holding their breath right now at the studios. They're hoping that it makes.
They're hoping it makes them something. I don't know. See, your Cash Kid even says, so panel, are y'all part of the hashtag wallet closed movement? I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, what's that? Are people not? Is that something?
You'll have to explain. I don't think it doesn't sound like any of us even know what the hell that is. I'm assuming
that's basically people that are unhappy with the direction for DC, so their wallets are closed. I guess it's sort of like a boycott.
No, I love DC's animation. The animation still be popping off. I'll pay for the animation.
Like, I'm not boycotting. For me, I'm just not interested.
I'm a James Gunn fan to a certain extent. It's like by that I mean like most of the stuff that I've ever seen him produce, I'm usually like I have a good time watching it in general. And I even said this. Right. I think the best way I said it was on like a Hold My DualShock stream, where it's like all their movies, or like all his movies in general, they're like I enjoy them, but they're 7 and 8s. They're 7 and 8s movies to me. Like, there's some that are 7s, there's some that are 8s, but none of them ever go beyond that. And to have someone like that take on something like Superman that needs to be a freaking 9 or a 10 out of 10 kind of movie, he's not the guy. It's like he has a bunch of movies that I enjoy and that I can actually rewatch, and that's fine. But when you sit there and you break them down and you really look at it, they're 7 and 8s basically, like some of them, and obviously others are lower. But it's like just look at his best ones. They're 7 and 8s, and then Superman needs to be a freaking minimum a 9. And he hasn't produced a 9 movie to me. Like, he just hasn't. And I can admit that even as a fan of his. Like, well, I'm a fan to the point of where I'm like, if he's doing a movie or a TV show, I'm like, I'll probably relatively enjoy it.
But
it's like I'm not a fanboy. I'm not like, oh my god, Gunn is doing it. I need to watch it today. But
the
also
2 trailer
yesterday, I need to watch it yesterday. Like, oh my god,
Peacemaker 2 trailer.
No,
his most recent projects that helmed by James Gunn had to have his brother in it, him in it, James Gunn himself, and definitely most likely
stuff like that when it becomes like extremely obvious, like
not
the same people, and when you see the same people over and over,
James Gunn, think about that, you know exactly.
Well, I mean, if he was smart, I would say that like the Batman that he would need to cast is. I would say the obvious choice would probably be, especially for the size of the Batman that he showed in Creature.
Big motherfucker. I was talking about Batman.
Creature Commando, but it's like no. Well, they actually showed him in what's it, Creature Commandos? What's it called?
Yeah, that's what,
but
that's
it's
right.
like.
But
he shows it. He's just like, he's like fucking huge. And it's like there's only kind of one actor out there that actually kind of fits that build. It's Alan Ritchson, exactly. Like he's the only fucking one.
Like, big fucking dude.
Yeah, but I can't imagine him as. I can imagine him as Batman. I can't imagine him as Bruce Wayne because he's not that. Like, what's weird is like he's actually. Like, it's not that he's not a good actor. He's just a good actor in a different way. Because if you've seen him in Blue Mountain State, he's fucking hilarious. He's like comedy gold, and it's like that actually might work for someone like James Gunn, but not as Batman, because Batman is not that dude, you know. So like, if he was gonna do that, he's gonna spin it, and people are gonna hate it. Even if he does a good job, it'll be like people are gonna they're gonna initially want to hate it because it'll be like, hey, we're gonna make Bruce Wayne like the funny guy, the funny, rich, ripped dude, whatever, and then that if I were to use that actor, I'm not gonna lie, that's the way that I would do it, because he was so good and stuff like Blue Mountain State, and then you see him so serious in Reacher, and now you got to find an in between, and that'd be the way that I would go, and it doesn't work for Batman though, so I would understand like the conflict of interest, because like I don't see any other actor out there right now that literally fits that build of what they kind of threw out there in the cartoon series, because it's like Frank Grillo is like Sergeant Flag Senior, like he's literally in the Peacemaker trailer, and like there you go, and Gunn even said even the cartoon, like the animation series is going to follow what we're doing in the actual DC stuff, and they're going to make it all follow together and then make it all cohesive or whatever. And I just don't know if it works, or like who else do you get to do that?
For size, if you want size, all you gotta do is just
like for size, exactly. Like who? Not only that, but who's also an actor of that size?
Let's do that. Let's do what RDJ did. See the fake muscle on the bottom right there? He has a fucking shirt on with fake muscles on. Look at it.
Oh, with all his veganism, yeah.
Look, so his shirt. Look, he's got a fake muscle pad right here, fake muscle pad down here. Look at it.
You just get a faggotry on display here. Jesus Christ.
You get like fake pecs muscles here, fake neck muscles.
Wait, I didn't say that. Cut that from the stream.
This is a nice
my
stream,
stream.
bro.
God damn it! Like,
it's okay. Nobody heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nobody can hear me. I'm not talking directly into my mic or anything. Like,
I'm not showing you all this. You're never gonna unsee that now, are you? He's got the biggest trap you ever seen. I mean, the biggest. Look at that. Like, what the fuck you doing down there, brother? Oh, it's fake as shit. He's reading Jeremy Renner's book. Fucking dipshit. I'm not watching Ironheart.
What do you guys think about the Batman 2? Do you think the Batman 2 is still happening?
Yes.
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think so. Yeah,
I think they want to make sure the strip's right. I think they want to wait for the Superman to come out because they're going to try to get some money off of that. If it's
Rockefeller, you sweet summer child. Not.
I think it's happening. Matt Reeves. It's his project and it's his money. And he wouldn't have helmed the Penguin if he wasn't gonna try to continue the story somehow.
I think the problem is probably whatever James Gunn is trying to aim for like whatever his plans for the DC feature are, and whatever Matt Reeves had planned out. Like I liked the first movie to a certain extent, except for it had 4 acts. Like most movies have 3 acts. Batman had 4. So it's like once the 3rd act is revealed and everything, they went on to the 4th one, and it's like, oh, and now Batman is saving people, and now he's doing all this extra shit, and it's like that's actually a 4th act, and that doesn't happen in movie, like it shouldn't happen, and it makes no sense storytelling wise.
And fucking Planet of the Apes, if you watch all his Planet of the Apes, there's like they're extremely long. They are 3rd and 4th acts though, so I can see how
sorta. I mean, if there's, I'm sure there's a way to make it work, but when you do it like that, and the way that people are kind of, I guess I would say, normatized to the way that storytelling is done. Like storytelling is done in 3 acts. It's like the rise, the fall, and then the uplifting kind of thing, whatever. Like that's kind of how like stuff is usually done.
Isn't Reeves out? And Quentin said, "Yeah, Reeves just threw in the towel." I don't know if he came out and publicly said that, but if Matt Reeves is out of the Batman, then it's over, because Robert Pattinson said he's only coming back if Matt Reeves comes back. So if he's come out and publicly made a statement saying that he's not going to do it, I know there were some behind the scenes discrepancies, but they were still saying it's going to go forward. They were just waiting for those to iron out, because I think he's having some issues behind the scenes.
Calypso, get the butterflies, get them.
But nothing's been publicly said yet. Until something publicly said right now, it's a cash opportunity for him. So I wouldn't put anything off the market.
I think it's going to end up being the Batman 2 Brave and the Bold. I think they're just going to merge the titles, and I don't think there's going to be 2 of those movies coming out. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to make the Batman 2 and a Brave and the Bold a new Batman again?
If they were going to make a kid, it's going to be a Robin in the Batman universe. It's going to be the kid from like the opening scene that he saved, like the fucking governor's son.
There was that rumor, like whether it's a rumor or whether it's truth or not, but it doesn't matter. It's James Gunn is writing another new script for a unreleased project, because he has his projects listed out there, and there's like 10 of them or whatever. It's a decent sized list of stuff that he has totally planned out technically, but he's like there's been a few people who report on it where he's going to be doing he's doing a new script that he's writing in between some of this stuff. And if he already has Batman Brave and the Bold on the list, it's like, okay, so that's already on the list. What is he actually writing? Is it somebody just said World's Finest? That was actually supposed to be like it wasn't World's Finest. It was Kingdom Come was supposed to be like the Superman series or the Superman movie, and then he just changed it to Superman.
What Draconis said about Clayface being in Batman 2, I heard that too. I heard it was supposed to be dark. He was supposed to be like realistic take on Clayface. That was supposed to be like Penguin was going to be help rebuild the city, and with that became acting needed to be something it was going to be. But
Dragon Master Zero says
what? James Gunn doing it? What the fuck? And just like Integrity said earlier, don't they rehash storyline and reuse stuff? They steal shit. They have an idea where they're going, and somebody's gonna be like, "Well, I could do it better."
Shit, but it's like if anything, they're just taken from some of the books. But it's like Dragon Master Zero says, this puts DC in a very difficult financial situation, which is why everything is riding on Superman. Yes, that is actually what I like. Not just me, but other people have been talking about. Where I'm like, as much as I would like this movie to do well and everything. And then when I hear stuff like, "Hey, we have a new announcement," they're just talking about new announcements, it's like, okay, so you have plans for the future because you're assuming whatever you're actually putting out is actually going to do well. If Superman like crashes and burns, all these plans, they're up in flames. They're just they're fucking gone. Like it doesn't matter how many things you throw out there. Like if Superman says, like, let's say makes under 500, like I'm assuming
it's not going to make a billion.
I never assumed it was going to even come close to $1 billion. I was assuming maybe it would touch 700. I was assuming that just because it's a new take on Superman and whatever, and like that was my initial thought. And then with this new trailer, and I mean there's other random like aspects around it that would help it, which is like, okay, it's right around July 4th. It's a week after July 4th, but it's also surrounded by like three other possibly like blockbuster hits in the same month. Like, so the same month is all just battling like all crazy. So you're going to have Jurassic Park, which is the beginning of the month. I believe it's like literally July 3rd, July 2nd or July 1st or something like that.
Park is July 2nd.
Yeah, so that's going to be the Friday, which also means that it'll drop on the 1st because that the Thursday is actually the actual initial date.
And that's 4th of July weekend too.
You're gonna, and that's during the 4th of July weekend. And when you start actually like rolling the numbers through, you start realizing, let's say you have a typical nuclear family. So you have a mom, dad, and a boy and a girl or whatever. So it's a four-person family in general. Let's just say you got 4 people. Each one of those is about $25 just for the ticket alone, right? So that's $100. Now, if you get popcorn, you get drinks, you do all that other stuff, you're looking at, let's just say $150 to $200. Let's go ahead and go low, right? Let's go $150. So $150 for a 4-person family, right? And that's being extremely generous.
Let's go 100. Flat 100.
Let's go 100. Yeah, let's go 100. So $100 just for a 4-person family. That's drinks, snacks, whatever. Bam, let's go with $100. Okay, that's one movie. That's $100. A lot of people don't just have even $100 laying around nowadays. But for one movie, you got that. Cool. Well, now a week later, you got Superman. Are you doing that again for Superman? Now all of a sudden you're $200 deep for that month.
But I think if you got a family,
and that's being extremely fucking low. That's being extremely low. I'm looking at $150 to $200. You're looking at like close to almost $400 fucking dollars for 2 weeks in a row. Are you going to drop $400 in 2 weeks?
I think strategically plays Superman is good because parents, family are going to bring their family to Jurassic Park.
But with that being said, hold on. With that being said, 2 weeks later, you got Fantastic Four. Like that's the next one.
25th.
So within that 1 month, you're looking at, let's say, $300 to maybe $800, depending on how your family likes to eat and drink or whatever. You're looking at that kind of expense to watch 3 fucking movies. Are you going to do that? No, you're going to choose one of those movies and be like, choose it wisely. And then whatever you're going to, most people are probably going to go see the dinosaur movie because dinosaur movie is always doing great. So you have these, I'm just looking at it like financially and like what like people would probably register. If they're smart, who knows? Maybe they'll actually do it. Maybe they'll go drop freaking $800 that month for their family of 4 to go watch it, to go watch all these things because it's like shit. We want to see this, but when you start thinking about it money wise, it's like, do any of you got $800 on the side to go ahead and watch all these things on the fly with your family?
2 of those movies are probably don't on a discount Tuesday, but plus. AMC is, I don't know if you heard, AMC is doing a thing on Wednesdays where it's like 30 or 40% off. Like they're supposed to have a cheap Wednesdays during the summer. So they're trying to promote something where the tickets are cheaper for people to come in. So that might work out in the favor, for the family, depending if they want to just go see it on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that starts in July, I think. Go figure.
Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that's supposed to be happening too. But I don't know. Yeah, I think 2 of those movies is not going to be seen by a whole family. At least 2 of them.
Yeah, like you have 3 blockbusters dropping in 1 month, and it's like it's basically like choose one of these. Choose which one do you actually want to see? And I would say like if like a family of 4 were to be looking at it, your family of 4 is probably going to be like, I want to see the dinosaur movie. Like we don't care about superheroes that much. Let's go see the dinosaur movie. We can watch these in a couple months when they drop on the streaming services that we already pay for. You know, like that's what I'm thinking. I have no idea how it'll actually fall out or like actually land, but I mean, we'll see. But
what do you think is going to be the sleeper film of this summer? I'm not saying that it'll make $1 billion, but a film this summer that's going to make a good profit, that's going to shock people.
I don't think it'll shock people, but I think the movie that'll make a bunch of money is going to be Lilo and Stitch, which comes out in about like 2 weeks.
I say The Karate Kid.
I don't think it's actually going to do that well.
I think it's going to do very well because you got to think about the people that love Cobra Kai. There's a lot of big fans of the whole Cobra Kai TV series. Then a lot of people still love Jackie Chan. They still think about, nostalgia in regards to the Karate Kid. And the new film, as far as action-wise, it looks really good to me.
See, here's a perfect example. Draconis just said, taking my son to see Revenge of the Sith a couple weeks ago cost $70 just for us 2. So let's just double that for a family of 4, right? That's 140. That's 140 times 3. You're looking at close to 500, like, or no, 140.
420.
And then, yeah. There you go. It's like, do you have an extra $500 to go watch some movies? Some people don't. Actually, a lot of people don't. There's barely people who have that barely have $500 to like fix their car, or whatever. And that would be if you have just lucky minimal damage. Like, that's just being honest. What are they thinking? Dropping 3 massive movies at the same time, like within the same month. It's like, hey, every month or like every week we're about to go see like technically the banger of the week.
Oh, I just seen an AMC article is 50% off. I just put the link for
that'd be smart for them.
It's in the private chat, but it's 50% off for the whole summer.
Rockefeller, go ahead and bring that up. See, that's actually the smartest move that I've actually heard them do.
It starts on July 9th.
Yeah.
What am I bringing up?
Check your private chat.
Private chat. Come on, man. Be a co-host. Let's do it. I can do it, but come on.
So how do I do that? I can share. You want me to share the screen?
Do I got to raise up? Raise
up?
Same
raise up. I was looking. I was scrolling through Twitter. I was doom scrolling. My bad. I was doom scrolling through Twitter. Press releases that we're looking for?
Yeah, that's what you're looking at there.
AMC theaters to make movie going more affordable with a major pricing initiative. Beginning July 9th, AMC Stubs members will enjoy a 50% price reduction off the normal adult ticket price all day long on Wednesdays. Ain't bad.
Oh, so that's just for Wednesdays. But I mean, movies released on Thursdays, though. So
Wednesdays
the only way to catch it would be the next week after.
But that's what most families do anyway. They never really go during that opening weekend.
That's what families do, sure. But I mean, moviegoers, like, I don't know, people like me or like obviously people on the panel here, like I like to see it the day of, and I almost kind of need to.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing stuff like this, just so I can talk about it.
I'm going tomorrow. Final Destination.
I'm going tomorrow for Final Destination as well. Like I have it's like 6 p.m. or something.
Yeah, I'm going to Harlem to watch mines at the Magic Johnson Theater.
Magic Johnson Theater. Okay. Just make sure you wear all your AIDS protection.
Or AIDS he don't got nothing. I ain't gonna catch nothing.
Well, they got it. You can get it. Like,
oh my God, have you guys been hearing about the Diddy case?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I love Cassie's name.
I would
too.
say that's a sore
Cassandra
subject.
Ventura.
Cassidy, man.
Yeah, Cassandra Ventura is a real name apparently. I'm like, that's pretty.
She got real detailed into everything. Talking about he be rubbing the white stuff on his chest.
Something about like when they talk about they brought the baby oil. They said,
that's why you like that baby oil. You like it nice and smooth and slick and
they'd buy the kids
Yeah.
little like outdoor kid bathtubs, you know what I mean? That are like fucking like 2 foot
And
tall.
look,
The circles.
Look, guys, as much as I would love to be talking about all this baby oil action and all this stuff, because clearly this is what we do on this channel. We just talk about degeneracy.
We don't want to talk about Diddy.
The limit.
Diddy.
No,
too early for
that. A friend of mine's actually about to be
Okay.
getting off work here in a minute, and I have to give him a ride to hopefully get him a new car. So
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and get on that. But with that being said, Rockefeller, what do you got coming up?
Man, not shit. YouTube and Chill Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Besides that, I do bonfires.
Who's going to be there? You got to shout him out.
You, my friend. You, my friend.
No. You know who else?
I don't know. I sent out. I'm hoping Cinnamon will be there. I hope Ann and North's going to be there. I'm hoping DK Bones is going to be there.
Cinnamon will be there.
And I can only have up to 5 people. So if I got some injured reserves on the list that might be there if they don't show up.
I mean, if anything, like we can always throw it over to my channel and I'll take your viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. I give them to you. You can take them. They're yours.
I will steal them all.
That's Friday, 6 p.m. Friday, Eastern Standard Time. And then
yes,
we hang out.
So, that'll be Friday, 6 p.m. over at Rockefeller Plaza. Yes, sir. Integrity 101. Do you got anything going on? Do you do YouTube stuff, or are you just someone in the chat, or what? Like,
no, I'm not a content creator. I might be someday because YouTube loves censoring me all the time. So I'm almost like forced to become a content creator. But no. But hey, I just want to say thanks a lot for having me on. It was a lot of fun,
dude. Anytime. Like I said, my channel is open. Like I literally bring people on from the chat to go ahead and chat with them. Like that's kind of the point or whatever for the most part. I mean, obviously I'll have a subject or two to talk about, but I like to bring on whoever I can, whenever I can. And as long as they're chill and not like extremely disruptive, it's just like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and let's shoot the shit. Let's go for it.
Hanging on hump days can be a thing from now on. Yeah, we're gonna call it hanging on hump days. Damn it, I like it.
That's not bad.
Rockefeller likes it. maybe I'll hang him on all my other fucking thumbnails.
Crazy.
Yeah. So hey, Casual Revere, how do you like my thumbnails?
Oh man,
I'm gonna feel so bad when I bring it. I'm like, dude, I got Angel on here, and I'm gonna put him on the fucking gallows. I'll be like, wow, that feels extremely wrong. But I'm like, it's part of the theme, dude. Don't worry about it.
The Dung Eater too, from Elden Ring. The Dung Eater.
It's part of the theme.
Don't worry about it, dude. It's just something in the background. No one's gonna notice it. It's not gonna be shouted out there on the internet or anything.
Man.
I definitely took I like the idea with Gallows the Media was to hang the media, like that was that's the original thing. And now I'm just like, I just put random people's fucking faces and shit on stuff. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, let me just roll with it. Who cares? Like, it was never the point. Like, I'm like, I guess eventually I'm gonna look fucking super racist, but like, what can you do? I mean, that's just the internet. At one point or another, you're just gonna look like that.
It's okay. Everybody's these days.
At this point, I'm just like, who the fuck cares? And if you do, don't watch me. It's fine. You don't have to watch me. It's all good. But Angel, what do you have coming up, dude?
I'm gonna have my out of the theater reaction tomorrow for Final Destination. Pretty much, that's it. I'm gonna post that up.
Right on, right
I'm
on.
gonna try to check out 2 movies. I'm gonna check out Final Destination, and then I'm gonna see that Fight or Flight movie.
Okay, cool. So right on. So between me and Angel will probably be watching Final Destination tomorrow. You could probably check out some videos on that. Maybe I'll do a stream later tonight. It depends on what time I'm back. I'm doing a very, very, very late Mother's Day thing for my mom. Like, we're gonna do some barbecue here in like a few hours, but I also have to get my friend to get his car. Like, it's I'm in a time crunch here. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end it all, and I'll see you guys all later. I'll be down to talk in the back room here in just a minute, but here's my ending song. Peace out.
Good night, guys.